A platform coming your way with Shelley, Patrick, and Perkins. It's another wonderful show again this afternoon coming to you. Call your friends to call their friends to be a part of the show. It's going to be another epic one. So let me do a quick sound check from my end here. All right, let's I get good sound. So let's see. Shelley backstage. Let's give a few seconds, at least 2 minutes, and see we already beyond time. That information will be disclosed only to the team. But let's do a little bit of entertainment again. Wait for Patrick and Perkins to join us in the next 2 minutes. If you don't join, Shelley and I will get the ball rolling here. But don't go away. We'll be right back.
Yaya boss, Salasole, and JVP. Nobody knows. Gio Takako. I'm on Lucia.
Voice of Silence by. What is going on in Sinoe County?
Watching a Pico.
What is going on in Liberia?
And Vaso Government.
We are here to tell you.
Oh, Mamu.
DJ Square Production Classic. Yeah.
Yeah, the former Senator of Sinoe County, Milton Teahjay, is in the news. The rumor we are hearing, is it true? Is Senator Milton Teahjay coming back?
I got the idea. I got the idea.
Well, Patrick and Shelley will put it in perspective.
I know as a general. One more thing.
If the information is true, why is President Joseph Boakai bringing Milton Teahjay back to Sinoe County? What did he do that motivated the president to select him? Well, the wife of the speaker sued the new All right, guys.
Hey, hold on down and listen. The biggest online platform is back and we are ready. It's the Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora, your one-stop for information, debate, and discovery. Join us every Thursday at 12 o'clock p.m. EST, 4 o'clock p.m. GMT, and 12 midnight in the Philippines, where power, progress, and the people take center stage. The program is with your host, DIASPORA Esoteric, the mouthpiece of the God, and your brain and co-host, Shadow Snare. They are bringing the heat, the truth, and the talk every single week with spotlight, polls, education, politics, and so much more. Listen and listen very well. The program features deep dives and critical analysis from Christian Tababo, Patrick Bolu, Sarah Ellis, Sam Walker, and Sagasha Success Barlow. Don't miss out. Catch us live on Facebook and YouTube. Just search Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora. The program is every Thursday, and you know why? We bring the conversation to you. Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora, where your voice matters.
All right, Voice of Sinoe in the diaspora. Dark side put there. The spokesperson of the elders and the ancestors is back with the sagacious crew, with the perspicacious, that's the word. The perspicacious crew. We are back again. So, ladies and gentlemen, ladies before gentlemen, so let me bring Shelley on here, the co-host. Hey, Shelley. Test your audio for us. You are on mute.
Yes, I am on mute. Oh my goodness. How are you doing today?
I'm supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Okay.
All right.
Whatever that means. Okay. I did not come with my dictionary today, but I'm ready to learn new words.
All right. So let's bring our very journalist for Liberia, Patrick Bolu. Let's bring the man on here. Hey, P.
Oh, yes. How you doing, the great esoteric and our beautiful co-host, Ms. Shelley Sinen. How you doing all? It's good to be back on the Thursday, second edition of the new year. Thank you guys so much.
All right, Patrick, what happened to our glasses, man? What happened to our glasses?
You know, my goodness, so I think you and I were thinking the same. Because I was like, where is the glasses? Where is the, the Kosu or the African? He can't come out today, man. The man is dressed down.
I'm trying to make it simple. Make it simple. Yeah. Let's bring out the rabbi on, the great Perkins. You know, let's bring Perkins here. Hey, Perkins. Let me see what I can bring that banner down.
Yeah, move on. Let's see the man. Yeah.
Hey, Perkins. How you doing? There you go. Get that stuff. Get your the monitor. Okay, how you doing, boss? Welcome on board.
Good. Thank you. Say hello to you, Doc, Shelley, and P. Good being here with you guys again this morning. I know it's probably afternoon hour to Patrick over there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome our viewers who want to say thank you. Welcome officially to the platform. We are sorry for being a little late, but that's the nature of the game. I want to say thank you again. Welcome to another beautiful edition of Voice of Sinoe. All right, guys. So let me engage, go around the room. Hey, Shelley, tell us what's going on. How's Minnesota? How's the family?
The family are good. Grateful to God first to be counted among the living. That is a testimony every day for me. There are so many things going on here in Minnesota. The ice, and there are actually ice on the floor from the snow. And then the ice are here. They are killing people. It's terrible. Yesterday, I was watching a live video with this little boy on the floor, the pregnant woman trying to hide herself. There's so many things going on. So you keep Minnesota in prayer, praying for our people here in Minnesota. It's really scary out here, but God is faithful to protect each and every one of us. But yeah. And I have a birthday coming up.
We'll come there, Shirley. We'll come into that.
Okay.
Let bring Perkins. What's going on in North Dakota? We'll bring Patrick on, Shirley. Let's bring Perkins. How hot North Dakota?
North Dakota, the weather here is cold as usual. Like Shelley said, we still have snow on the floor here too as well. We are literally 3 to 4 hours away from Minnesota. The ICE immigration ICE thing that is going on in Minnesota is terrible. We have learned that it's extending here in North Dakota as well. We have not seen any indicators yet as far as arresting people or running after people like they are doing in Minnesota. But we hope everything will be good. We are here and we are looking forward when they come here. We just comply with whatever they bring on board, and hopefully everything goes well.
All right, Perkins, welcome aboard. Welcome. Let's bring P here. Hey, Patrick, welcome to our platform, man. What's up? What's going on in the nation's capital?
Well, Liberia, as always. Liberia is bright. Liberia is shining. On the other hand, reacting to Liberia's the U.S. latest, freeze on, some of the 5 countries with Liberia included. The reaction is so negative and bad. On the other hand, the host or the station resumed active work last morning. Today marks this second sitting of the new year. It is a section. The president's delegation address is scheduled anytime soon, as this morning. But and so far so good. As usual, the country is what it is. Revolving in a vicious cycle, in a pendulum. And so we are here. But thank God we have life, and thank God there's hope.
All right, P, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. So from my end, let's see. Let me spotlight myself too now. All of y'all want you're single. I can be single too. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome officially to the Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with your spokesperson, Doc Saipo, the Esoteric, understood by the chosen few. Well, in Maryland, this morning I was looking at the local deli here, and one of the council women here, it looks like ICE also is trying to make an inroad here, and so the local council lady here, she wrote a comment on Facebook rejecting the presence of ICE in Maryland or Delmar, Maryland. Where am I? So she opposing to that, and then the city mayor. It look, like America is, is dualistic. You got 2 parties here, so it looks like the city mayor, Mr. Taylor, is Republican, and the lady, Miss Gregory, she looks like she's a Democrat. So she's opposing the coming of ICE, and then the city mayor too wrote his statement condemning what the woman said. But the language, I read the councilwoman's statement, and the vulgarity was, you can express yourself with her, but that's the only thing I disagree with. But I think ICE, the presence of ICE everywhere in the country, anywhere they go, is still a problem. The guys are concealing their faces, so we don't know who they are. It just yesterday, another shooting in Minnesota will follow. So, guys, it's a serious issue. Like Perkins said, I think the best is to protect yourself, and when they come, maybe instead of being violent, maybe comply. I don't know, but the guys are arresting people even with legal documents, so it's kind of a little difficult. How to go about it. But guys, welcome to the show. Let's go this way. Usually this is how we start the show. We want to do a quick birthday shout out, ladies before gentlemen. So let's put our daughter here. Shelley, who is the queen?
That is my last born. Her name is Abigail. She's turning 7, and she is my diva in the house. So yeah, celebrating her all month.
Okay, so when's her birthday?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's her name again? You call it
Abigail.
Abigail, want to say happy?
She go by Abby. You can call her Abby. She goes by Abby. But yeah.
Abby want to say happy pre-birthday to you. Because of people like Abby, and this other comrade to our poet, he coming up this one because of him. I have some sort of hope because the generation of Perkins, the generation of Patrick, the generation of Shirley, and my generation. To understand, we're in the same generation, but I'm the elder here. So
okay.
So our generation feels Liberia. The way things are going right now, I don't see the hope. So maybe these kids, they will rescue our country. I don't know. The rescue mission right now, to me, if you ask me, is now rescuing the people. All right. So, Abby, we want to say happy pre-birthday to you. Wish you many more happy returns. So let's do that. We are running out of time. So let's go around the room. Perkins, shout out. I think Patrick over there struggling for now. I think the device is frozen.
Yeah, Abby is Abby is adorable. So she's 7 right now. That means by tomorrow she'll be 8.
No, tomorrow she'll turn 7. She's 6 now.
Oh, okay. Yes, usually that's what I used to do when I was a kid. Once my birth month reached like getting New Year, I count that age on myself already. I don't wait for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Happy, Abby, want to say happy pre-birthday to you, beautiful. We have heard short good things about you from home, and keep it up. You guys, like what Doc said, you guys are the one that we're depending on to rescue the rescuer, because the rescuer doesn't need rescue by now. Wow, happy pre-birthday to you, beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, so this is my niece here. He was named after me. This is my grandson, and that's why I say I'm the elder on the platform here. So yeah, his name is Madison. Yeah, that's my daughter's son. You know,
Okay.
so it's my grandson. His name is Madison. Madison also turned 8 yesterday. Hopefully, I will not get in trouble. Yeah, he turns 8 yesterday. And Madison, Grandpa wants to say happy belated birthday to you. Wish you many more many more years. We love you. I wish you all the best. Pay attention to your school. Pay attention to mommy and your auntie. Everybody around you. Respect. It goes a long way. And we want to say the apple can't fall far from the tree anyway. So yeah, we love you. You're doing good in school, and wish you many more happy returns, Madison.
Well, happy birthday to Madison, Prince Madison. You are wearing my favorite color, by the way. That yellow speaks so much volume, and just a smile on your face, you can already tell that you when you show up in the room, the place brighten up. So happy birthday, wishing you many more healthy years. And I can only tell, because by eyes of faith, your future is bright. So go and break all generational crisis and win. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you, Madison. As we can see, you are a junior mouthpiece of the gods. You continue the good work. Happy birthday to you, little man. Keep up the good work. We wish you well. Many more years to come.
Thank you guys. Let's get to so what we do to get better quality sound. If you're not speaking, you put yourself on mute, please. And so if it's your turn, then you can activate your speaker. All right. That being said, Patrick will join us later. The first topic that we want to talk about here is a breaking news, so we'll be right back. All right, Perkins and Shelley, welcome back, and our team, our viewers, welcome. So, Shelley, we are following a story from Justin as well, Perkins. So, the superintendent of Sinoe County, which is Alexander Slewion, recently he was inaugurated, and his administration is now on course. So, why he did his first move, I would call it his first move, to get people on payroll. All right. So he submitted some names of chiefs to the Ministry of Internal Affairs to be put on payroll. And the list was rejected. So to give a little bit of context, let me read a little bit of the story so you can at least properly opine. All right. So it says here, Sinoe County chiefs listing rejected. Payroll processing placed on hold by Minister of Internal Affairs. So it said in Internal Affairs Minister Francis, I don't want to grapple with that last name, has rejected Sinoe County listing of chiefs for what the local government board terms as excessive in number beyond populated counties. In the list reportedly submitted by Superintendent Alexander Slewion, Sinoe County alone, 8 times less populated than Nima County, accounts for 76 chiefdoms, over 100 clans, 76 paramount chiefs, and over 200 general town chiefs. According to sources within the local authority of Sinoe, the ministry has categorically rejected the listing of Sinoe and denied the processing of chiefs on the MIA payroll, making Sinoe the only county outstanding for processing. The local authority of Sinoe is now readjusting the list through a technical review process that requires statutory superintendents to resubmit the acts creating their respective districts to know the number of chiefs and clans in each statutory district in Sinoe. All right, just a little bit of context. So that is the story. All right, so the local chiefs, statutory chief superintendent, they have to put their listing together and then send it to the superintendent of the county onward to the Ministry of Internal Affairs. And now they are rejected. So let's go around the room. Shelley, what do you make Sinoe County of all the counties in the country? There are people are accepted, but it says Sinoe County, the listing excessive. You know, we send, they say over here, this is the crucial part. In the list report that is submitted, the superintendent Alexander Stawion of Sinoe County alone, they say 8 times less populated. Our county 8 times less populated, right? But then we submitted our list submitted counted for 76 chiefdoms, okay, and then over 100 clans, 76 paramount chiefs, and over 200 general town chiefs. What is going on, Charlie? Let's get your view on this. You are on mute. You are on mute, yeah.
Yeah, I read that. Try to follow that news. It was so disturbing to me to see, like, first of all, how did you even come up with those numbers? Are those people really town chief that you added, or did you just, like, you know, put those people on there because you want them to get paid? Or did you just make up some of those names so you can be able to get money? So I don't know. It was so disturbing to me that, and then do they have like a set number of people, like based on the size of the county, to say, you know, your county size is this amount of population here, so you need to present this amount of chief. So I'm not sure how that works, but to just have a lot of people, the fact that you are going back to correct your mistake shows that there was a mistake in the first place. So you have not been transparent in the first place, because that's the only reason why you're going back and be like, okay, now let me check myself and make sure that everyone on this list is supposed to be there. So I feel, and I could be wrong, that he have people on that list that maybe probably don't even exist, or they are people on the list where he's like, you know what, now I have the authority now to make sure you guys get paid. So let me just add people there and just add random people there. I don't know what the case is. I just want to see what the final list that he's going to present. What is it going to be like? Is it going to match what number that the people have in mind? But it doesn't even say what number they are looking for either. So yeah, it's disturbing. Like, that's his first list he sent, and sending that list, he wasn't transparent in doing that, because going back to make correction, so you know you already made a mistake.
So, but so in other words, are you insinuating the superintendent was trying to defraud the Ministry of Internal Affairs?
I mean, like that the fact that, you know, there are other countries that are bigger than Sinoe County, and their list is smaller. Why is it that we have more than those counties, right? And then also, was it a set number based on the county size that you're supposed to present? Did he even ask any of those questions? And then it goes back to those people too. Do they have any law in place that say, based on your county size, this is the amount of people that's supposed to be on payroll? So it goes both ways, right? So that's his first time. So it could be like, okay, there was no guideline or nothing given to him, so he went out of his will to get those people on there. So they need to come up and let us know, was it a guideline? Does it say how many people you need to present based on your county size? I think that's what it end up to, if you ask me.
Okay. Let's see. Let me send the link to somebody here. All right. So, Prakins, that get your view. What do you make of this development coming from our county?
Well, according to the report, the Sinoe County population is 8 times less than Nima County. And so, but then Sinoe is presenting a bigger list to the internal affairs than Nima County. I think that's what that supposed to mean. Like what Shelley said, do they have a set numbers of town chiefs or Panama chief that they are expecting on the payroll? Do they have that? Do they not have that? And even when we do have all those 200 or 100 and some old chiefs in our different districts, I think maybe the correction now will be how to condense that list so that some of these smaller villages can go on the bigger towns, on the chiefs of the bigger town. Because I can imagine we in Fubadi, we got a town chief in Fubadi, but then we in Dubu Village. So chief in Dubu Village will be counted. Now, their payment getting to those people, that one a whole different story. What are the in Dubu Village payment will really get to him? That one another whole story. But maybe those are the kind of things and people they are counting that make that list a bigger list. But even at that now, they will have to condense the list, like I said, and reduce that number so that it can be accepted by the internal affairs. But in general, that's how our government continues to expand its payroll across the country, and that is the problem that we'll continue to face. I'm not saying those chiefs should not get paid. They are playing their role, and they should get paid like any other government official. But in the absence of private sector advancement, everybody will get on government payroll, and government payroll continue to expand. And then so when the budget comes along the way, most of our budget will go towards government payroll. And at the end of the day, the important and critical sectors in the country that needs to be funded will not really receive enough funding. And so these are the challenges that we continue to face. But anyway, like you said, the list is going to be looked at and will be resubmitted. Hopefully, all those chiefs are real people. They are not ghost workers. And when they do submit them, hopefully, as also their payment when they do come, they can be able to get to those villages for the people to actually receive their pays. But pretty much.
All right, President, thank you. Here's my take, right? So first, I think on leadership, I think that's a negative blow to our superintendent, because it like you're president and you submitted a bill to Congress and then they rejected it, right? So as a new guy, his first proposal it's not a good thing, So I think in the future, you got to understand these names were sent to him from the various statutory districts, and he will forward to the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and that's what he did. But Shelley and Patrick and Perkins, if you ask me, I think the leaders, the people at the top, the recent people, they call them chiefs. I think a lot of the people, they are elders, they are old people, right? And they are, the country is such that when you owe, you are forgotten, right? You're on your own. It's almost like America. When you retire here, the people don't get time for you anymore. You're on your own. So how do we take care of our elders? Is it right to have 103 lawmakers, 30 senators, and 73 representatives to put in the budget 51 million, but then we have problem with putting our elders on payroll. I mean, I see something wrong with that, because the leaders, they absorb, they consume all the resources, but then when you put the elder to old people on payroll, then it becomes a problem. Now the people are critical, you know, they have to look at how many chiefs from the town and from that other town. I don't see anything, because there are a lot of people in dollar towns and villages, so maybe the people from Nima and other county, they unreported, you know, or as a matter of fact, Nima and no county, they get more resources, you know. So if you help few elders, I don't see anything wrong with that. After all, these people, they are not foreigners, they are Liberians, right? So I don't see giving. I mean, Shelley, if you look at it, or Patrick, or Perkin, when you look at it, it will be a few dollars they will be giving the elders. You know, it will not be that you guys are building mansions for themselves because they're getting a lot of money, right? But to give a few elders few dollars there and there. I mean, I was reading the budget the other day. I mean, you put in for, let's just say, legislative hearing, for example, you put $6.4 million in it, right? But then you can't pay an elder for those guys to call people to do interview there. They put $6.4 million in the budget. But then you are questioning elders then put on payroll. You know, I'm not saying there shouldn't be transparency, but let the people too, you know, like Kwame was saying, when you eat, let the people eat too now. You know what I'm saying? You can't be the big guy eating all the time, and then the people are suffering in the country. But, you know, to my man, yeah, let's reassess the list and see what I mean, it will be reasonable to the guys, so that our elders who can get something. That's my view on that. All right, let's get to the next thing. Okay, let's see Patrick.
Well, before we get to the next thing, Madison, I heard you say the list was given to him. Mm-hmm. So he's actually went by the list that people gave him, and you make a point though, because and Justin make a point too, right? Because like you have a little time, and that time has a chief, but then there's another time to it. So if you're comparing it with the amount of chief that they have versus the population, then that's different, because Nima County, that size can be big, but they have smaller villages or bigger villages, where in Sinoe they get like these really small villages where there's a chief here, then another village where you can work maybe like 5 minutes, there's another chief there. So maybe it's possible that, yeah, those lists that they gave him, they are actual chiefs from different small villages that they put together. So I think they just need to come up with a set number based on the population and say, listen, when you have this amount of people, we expect you to have about 10 or 20 chiefs on payroll. And the rest of them, then they can decide now and say, okay, since our villages are closer, we'll make sure that we can combine it and have one person represent us as chief. That's what I think.
All right, Patrick, you are on the ground. What? I mean, the rejection of the chiefs. I mean, what actually happened? I mean, we understand the local government over there.
Yes. So, the chiefs are the spiritual or sacred custodian of our tradition, our culture. They are the extrajudicial arm, you know, of local government, where you don't have the judiciary or the police. The chiefs are the ones who, so they have always been an integral part of the whole local governance system. In fact, it is out of their name, it is out of their making that the whole issue about local government came about. Now, the superintendent recently submitted a list of over 400 names that he inherited as chiefs from the county. But the Ministry of Internal Affairs said no to those names on ground that how possible Lofa of all counties, Nima of all counties, Bong, Mangibi, Grand Bassa, can have, 20 chiefs, some 25, some 30 chiefs. And Sinoe, though a little bigger in size, but less in population, we have 74 paramount chiefs. and then we have 100 clan chiefs, and we have 200 general town chiefs. So there's something is not right. And from the checking that they did, politicians in the past, where they were given the opportunity to go and regularize the statuses of chiefs. So now they say, go, biometric team will go to the county, to each county to go and regularize the statuses of chiefs, and then people took advantage of the situation, and recruited more people as a form of saying, as a form of employment. So most of them use it as a political tool to call themselves employment heroes, and all of that. And that in the bulk of that number, you see that for Sinoe is said to be found in the Teahjay area and other areas, especially that list was seen. That list is said to have been inflated, by J. Milton Teahjay, administration, because he was the one who used to really boast of being the highest employer, of people on the MIA payroll in Sinoe. So now the local government act says, as of 2020, as of 2026, all districts in Sinoe cease to exist, or all districts across the country, all the 15 counties, districts cease to exist. Local government has taken a new dimension, meaning from the Tottenham time to 2025, all the usual practices of local government, all the formalities, all the procedures, everything that was in place, as the way of local governance, everything has changed and has transitioned to the Local Government Act of 2018, which is now into full force now. And on that law, for example, to be a city now, or to be a clan, or to be a chiefdom, or to be a district, there are certain criteria you will have to meet. For instance, to be a city, you must have medical facilities, you must have education facilities, you must have electricity, you must have the needed infrastructure, you must have the system to run a city, you must have everything. So some of these cities, for example, that have not met these requirements, and some of the chiefdoms and clans that have not met the requirements now, they have been deconcentrated, meaning now there's a process of amalgamation going on. Okay, like for instance, Basin Town and other towns will now be combined into one big city or one big area, and now they find one name for it. So that's the whole process been going on, and Sinoe is the only county remain now to be completed, because what has been found is so exorbitant, to accommodate on the period. But again, the MIA minister may be wrong. He may be very, very wrong, because except otherwise fraudulent or some sort of dubious transactions took place. For every state district was created by an act of a legislature, and every act indicates or states the number of chiefdoms, the number of clans. In a particular area. So unless people just appointed chiefs without looking at the acts that created some of the districts, then he got a point. But if it is just because the number is huge, or if it's based on his perception or idea or thought that because Sinoe is a small county or it's a less populated county, so therefore it must not have 400 persons as chiefs, then he will be wrong. So all that is required now, as the superintendent is doing now, he's reviewing the acts that created each district. So the act will state the number of chiefdoms and the number of clans, in each of those acts, and then by that he will arrive at the actual number. If the number is still 400, I believe the Minister of Internal Affairs will have no option but to put our people back on the payroll, process them, and let them get their pay. January is so hard right now, in fact, people are already crying. So that's my thought, and that's what I know so far about the situation.
So Patrick, you said something. I want you to remain there for now. So you said the superintendent inherited the list. Is that what you said? Patrick?
Yeah. He inherited the list. He made a list there. He made it there.
Okay. And you also said Senator Teahjay may have played a role, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I think there's an element of truth today because the superintendent is a staunch, I can say, a son of Senator Teahjay. You know, so it looks like he is actually being influenced by Senator Teahjay. It looks like it. So the question I wanted to ask: do you think given the number of superintendents, right, of chiefs, do you think the superintendent was deceived by somebody?
Oh, well, I can say he was deceived. This whole personnel audit, is based on the enforcement of the Local Government Act in 2026. Yeah, because the budget the president just passed the budget, right? He just signed the budget, and so now the whole issue of paying people is now going back to the local communities. The superintendents will be taking some responsibilities on some of these things. So to know exactly now that they go into the Local Government Act in full force right now, what is the personnel listing, especially of chiefs in the country, especially when the president went to Banga recently for the National Chiefs and Elder Council meeting or conference there, all these things were put on the table, to know exactly. And what I noticed is this list here may be genuine or genuine, but what I foresee on that list is, will be a situation that has to do with ghosts. Okay, there are people on that list. Who are not working anymore with the MIA, or who are not in the position of chiefs anymore. Some of them are dead. Some of them have left that position because of small money attached to it. They are working with NGOs. They are working with GVL. Some of them are working with different companies, and they are not same. Okay, so the personnel audit revealed that some of the people are eating ghosts. Some of them, their names just got there because of political reasons. And if the superintendent is being deceived, or he's playing in line of or jail mail, then there could be some truth also too, because he should have known before. Okay, so it's almost like, Patrick, please send me the list of all those that are working with VOSD in Liberia. I should know exactly how many persons working for VOSD before even submitting it. I can just take a list, and just send it to the CEO. So it's also somebody told him, my manager cannot team member, they say people's rights.
So what we got to establish here is, prior to his coming, what was the listing? What was the number of chiefs that is submitted? Do you know the prior listing of chiefs?
So all along, the number of chiefs in the county had not been known. All along, okay, yeah, it had not been known. But he now broke the news. He revealed the record. He now revealed the number of chiefs. Okay, like when I spoke with him, the statistics he provided to me, that some of the 6 paramount chiefs, over 100 clans, over 200 Jawatan chiefs. So just imagine that. And so that was a list he met along on his decks, or that was the list discovered following his own inquiry or his own audit of the listing of all the chiefs in the county as per district. So for instance, every district has every district has a personnel listing on MIA. Now, if you go on the personnel listing of MIA, you'll find the superintendent, the development superintendent, the fiscal affairs superintendent, and then the next line of people you will find there are the various administrative staff, and coming down now you'll find the list of chiefs. Okay, so the list of chiefs on each district is right under the personnel listing of every district. And so maybe for that calculation, district that have perhaps see around that number of 400 plus.
Okay. I think it was, yeah, Pastor. Sorry, I mean, when you said the superintendent is now reviewing the act that created, I mean, the various districts, I think that's what he should have done first. So, I mean,
Exactly.
so that's always before, yeah.
That's a thought. That's a thought of many had thought that say he was asked to present a list because he received a prior notice. He was pre-informed by the minister. He was mandated by the Minister of Internal Affairs to proceed. I think I shared a video in our messenger chat last time. All superintendents were mandated by the Minister of Internal Affairs to review or to do a personnel audit of their listing of chiefs and presenting to his office for processing. Okay? For processing. So, as a smart superintendent, as a smart man he is, what he could have done immediately assuming office, the first thing was to go from district to district, maybe, or request a list of the district. But if you're not satisfied, request the act on the acts of each district, or come to the Monrovia, go to the archive. Somebody because I'm very sure all the districts do not have the acts available. Yeah, some of the acts are not available. So go to Monrovia, go to the National Archive, and then search for yourself. You know what is there. Then when you go now, you are presenting a case for the people. You are presenting a case for your chiefs because you are the superintendent. Sending you back. That means he did not do due diligence. And that means he did not do his work as a superintendent, as a vice chairman, the president, as a chief executive officer. That means he ignored, the importance of the chiefs, on the local governance system. And that means now he could be responsible now for which the chiefs are not even receiving their January pay or they not receive their December pay because they must be verified before they can be processed on the payroll. So yes, I agree with you. The superintendent did not do due diligence, and he can be blamed for this whole hiccup.
So, Doug,
yeah,
I just have a quick question. Now, when you said this superintendent, he's a son of the senator. Is he a biological son or a political son?
A political son.
Okay, he's a political son of Teahjay.
Yeah, and also tribal son.
Tribal son.
Yeah,
and,
because the superintendent, with one of our shows here, if you go on Facebook right now, he bears a specific tribe in Sinoe County name, so he call himself Cloud P. So I was asked that, I was told that it means crew people. That's what it means, right? So you can see the tribal element already attached to him, and I think we made a recommendation for him to use a regular name, Alexander Nasler, instead of having the tribal group name, right? Yeah, and Senator Teahjay has always been accused of tribalism, So, and he is, on Sinoe Forum, we used to argue a whole lot. He supposed everything that Senator Teahjay did, Yeah, so you can see the connection between them. But go ahead if you have thought.
Yeah. So concerning our chiefs, in our different plans down there, when their payroll issue started, is this the first time that they're about to get paid on this government? Have they been getting paid since the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government up to now? What's the deal with that?
The Patrick can address that, yeah.
Patrick.
Okay, so they have been paid from time to time. Okay. Yeah, they have been paid from time to time, and that pay system has been on one of the previous local government, procedures and tentacles. So everything that was laid down, that was a system we're using. Now to transition into as a local government act of 2018, as a gets into full force, for full implementation, everything has been reviewed. I tell you for free. If you call to your town now in Sinoe right now, okay, if you call there now, you'll find out that even some of the towns are used to be this and that. Now, things have changed that. So the MIA took a tour of the counties yeah, took a tour of the counties to review all the things to know exactly how the structures look like in the county. And to know the structure, to also know the pay grade or the wage bill, of every structure. In that regard, the superintendent, the minister asked also that while the review is going on, it should be holistic. Meaning also, don't just review the cities, don't just review the clans, don't just review the chiefdoms or the districts, or just also review the personnel listing, so that we can know the wage bill. In that review process now, they were asked to do the listing and the submission. Now, only 100% broadcast 1.2 billion budget now. They have to be processed now so that they can start taking that pay as of the 2026. So the whole thing now it will start affecting them. It did not affect them from 2025. No, it did not affect them from last year. But now it can affect them. So in January now they will not take pay because they are not being processed.
So the local government act that was established, you mentioned that it was established 2018.
Yeah, President. We have signed it into law in 2018, but did not bring it into force. Yeah, so President Boakai is the first president. President Boakai is the first president now to bring it into force. And the local government act says it shall come into force 7 years. It shall come into all the things mentioned in it. All the things mentioned in it. Their implementation will begin 7 years after it has been signed into law. So if you check 2018 to 2025, one could say, 7 years. It has been 7 years now.
Yeah, 7 years to 8 years. So within that time, some chiefs then moved, some of them passed away, town then a lot of things that happen. So we need a holistic review of the clients that down there before sending a list to the internal affairs.
All right, guys. I think we have done a lot on this topic. Let's see what we can transition to the next talking point. Shelly, got any input again? Something else? Okay, good. All right. So let's get to the next topic here. For some reason, I don't like when the names are up there, so I will take them down for now. Let's see. So the next thing I want to talk about here is also a breaking news. But Voice of Sinoe, we have something we call the speculation room. So we're about to go in the speculation room, but don't go away. We'll be right back. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with Esoteric and the crew, right? So we are hearing, Patrick, you've been following as well. I'll take that stuff down shortly. But Shirley, Perkins, and Patrick, our former senator, this man right here, Senator Milton Teahjay, it looks like we are because they say where there is smoke, there is fire. So lately there has been speculation, and again we are in the speculation room of Voice of Sinoe, right? So let me make that clear. So we have the factual room and we have the speculation room. So now we are in the speculation room of Voice of Sinoe. So the speculation that we are getting on social media that is becoming prevalent is that recently we had this story about Sylvia Talley, this lady right here, who is, I should say, the Port Director. She hasn't been suspended. She hasn't been fired yet. She has been suspended for 3 months through the propaganda of Alex Sonnyboy Noah. Patrick, it's interesting. You sent me the Chief of Office Staff of Representative Romeo Kuya. I had an extended conversation with a COS, and it's shocking what I got from that. I don't know, Patrick, you got some of the information, but you've been holding by a thing. But what I heard was the people actually, the rural women of Sinoe, they actually petitioned the senators based on what Mr. Sonnyboy Noah is doing. They took a petition to the senators. or senators, I should say. You know, but the woman has been suspended, and now it was Eugene Mason. We've been hearing, and now the news coming out that Senator Teahjay will be taking out that slot. You know, he has been appointed according to the speculation we are getting. So I'll just again, we don't have the facts. We just want to speculate because again, where there is smoke, there is fire. You know, the people will not just bring that information and now it's going wild from everywhere. Some people say it's confirmed, some people say it's not confirmed. There's a whole debate going on back and forth. If you go on Sinoe Forum, it's all over the place right now. So, Patrick, you are on the ground. What is fueling this speculation? Where do you think it's coming from?
Okay, so from what I'm hearing and I'm reading on the wall, from the writings on the wall, the Unity Party Youth League in Sinoe and the superintendent, I know, they try to build an alliance around J. Milton Teahjay politically. So I learned that the superintendent reportedly or allegedly, backed by the youth league, asked Teahjay to come to the port, at least as a trump card, using the port as a trump.
What power does he have? Is he the one that brings people to the port, the superintendent? You say he asked to come.
Yeah. Superintendents like you can call them governors in the states, right? If you read the executive law of Liberia or the local government umbrella, superintendents, when it comes to administering affairs of counties, they have great influence. Yeah. Sometimes, they have great influence. So in most instances, in fact, if they say they can work with you, in fact, your faith hangs in the balance. So he said for the Unity Party to hold a base in Sinoe, to get really solidified in Sinoe, towards 2029, there's a need to get a strong man on the ground made, and let me get clear, as we said, we are in our speculation room, and so we are dwelling on speculation and things we have been hearing. They are not confirmed. So the one we're using certain words like reportedly or allegedly. Okay. So he was approached, and then I think he has brought the idea, he has seen it fit, and that he is going to Sinoe as a Port Director. It's something that is been said. So why they are shared this situation from the situation room, the youth league chairman, the youth league chair of Sinoe County Unity Party chapter, Roosevelt Tiawula, all right, he shared a Facebook post, yesterday, formally congratulating on behalf of the youth league of Unity Party Sinoe chapter, congratulating on Milton Teahjay and welcoming him to the port. So then we come to the realization that say, where there's smoke, there's fire. Because Roosevelt Tiawula says, as the technical supervisor at the Greenville port, he's the one who supervises the technical department. So if he can welcome Milton Teahjay formally, and it means that he also got green light that yes, he going to the county. So the next question would be, is he going to the county by Milton Teahjay, the good return of Milton Teahjay part 2? All right, we got the part 1, no, it's part 3 in fact. We got the part 1 as superintendent, we got the part 2 as senator, and now the part 3 as the Port Director in the making, until confirmed. So what does it mean for Sinoe? So first of all, the first thing it means is that his desire to go back to the county, in fact, confirms and affirms the reality that certain politicians, are parasitic in this country. They don't say without government job, they can survive. Without government job, we can do anything. And even when they steal money while they're in government, they still don't manage the money they steal, and they will still find means to come back to leadership some kind of way. And so as a first bureaucracy that is such. And our politicians should not be parasitic. They should be when they leave public office, they should rest for some time, or they should go back to the farm and provide employment opportunity to the citizens through agriculture or other initiatives that improve the lives of the people. The second thing it does is it sends a traumatic reminder to the people of Sinoe about what they suffered previously under his superintendency, what they suffered 9 years, what they suffered 5 years under his superintendency, what they suffered 9 years under his senatorial leadership, and what they are going to endure again. So, thankfully, with the help of Zaza and Duncan, he was booted out of the politics of Sinoe. And the people have been enjoying peace relatively. Sending him back now, say, well, when a barman misses his target, sending him back on a mission can be suicidal against the people that he tried to target first. So,
Pastor, let's bring the other panelists in. Let's bring Shelley in here. Shelley, what do you make of this speculation? There's a question here. I mean, again, we are in the speculation room of Voice of Sinoe right now. But let me put this up so I can show you a question that I want you to react to, and you can give your speculation as well. You can speculate on the topic. So the topic here, the alleged return of Milton Teahjay, and the sub question is, should Sinoe County be concerned or hopeful? Let me give you the floor. Go ahead and take a stab at that. The speculation that we are hearing. You're on mute.
First, I would say I'm hoping that it's not true, because first of all, you can suspend somebody. You are still investigating the person, and then you already have their replacement. So what does it show? Was this all plan? Was this all game that, finding an easy way to remove the lady? Because I read about her, and then I seen the changes. I saw, read about some of the changes that she's making. That the port was never the way it was when she started. So she's doing a lot of great things, but there's so many things they've been talking about. I watched a video of this guy who tried to attack you too in that video, which was interesting. But he's talking about her, how she doesn't get along with everyone. She got in a fight with somebody at the port, and they deleted the video. That someone had to go in and find the video and recover the video, and a lot of things, right? But now, if we're hearing that she's already having a replacement, then it seems that this was already a set up for her, that they wanted to remove her, but because of her work the work that she was doing is so visible, so they found a way to remove her. Like, oh, okay, yeah, so she doesn't get along with everyone. She's fighting someone in the office. Remove her and make it seem that we're going to, we are investigating her because she did something wrong, but we already have a replacement. So I'm hoping that is not true, because it's not going to be right at all for you to already, for you to have someone on an investigation and you already have a replacement for them. So they need to do the right thing. Yeah, let's make sure we come up with, okay, yeah, she's guilty, whatever. And let me go back, Madison, because there's something about the whole case, right? Maybe you guys can correct me. It's not clear of, okay, she did X, Y, and Z. That's what we suspending her. So everybody have their own story when you follow it. Somebody saying, oh, she doesn't get along with people. That shouldn't be a reason why you suspend somebody. Or she got in a fight with someone in her office. I don't know how true is that. So I don't know what this story is all about. And finding her replacement would not be the right way to go.
Shelley, let me. We have a gentleman, a participant, once he's backstage. I'll bring you on shortly. But from what the conversation I had with the COS of Representative Romeo Quia, right? From the local things, they have concluded the investigation. Why? Because he told me that those people that were allegedly beaten or maltreated or suspended or fired, whatever the right word is, those people now, they return to work now. They are back to work. They are working now. And Une Savior is not on the job. So for the fact that those, because if you're doing investigation, you shouldn't be reinstating people. So the people were reinstated, and now Savior Talley is the one who has not been given the job. And I told you the other time, Shirley, the philosophy of Boakai the philosophy of President Boakai does not fire people. He suspends you, and that is the end of you, you know. So it could be the case with Savior Talley, and that's why they're talking about replacing Hall right now. The philosophy is when you're suspended, the probability of coming back is almost zero or is very, very tiny. So let me see. Let's bring our participant before I bring Perkins in here. Perkins, if you don't mind, let me bring the gentleman. He's a political disciple of Senator Milton Teahjay. He's a robust, the man is a firebrand when it comes to Senator Teahjay. So right now, you hear, you see, they say a disciple sounds like the master, right? So every student, if you are under the tutelage of Senator Teahjay, for example, you are more likely to sound like Senator Teahjay. If you are under the tutelage of Representative Zaza, you see, so now I sound like Mr. Zaza, right? Because I was nurtured by him, right? So the same thing, so you're going to hear some the political rhetoric of Senator Teahjay as my man. So, hey, Kasem, how you doing, buddy? You come on board.
Well, I mean, your choice of introducing me is personally yours, you know, but I respect that. You know, how you guys doing today? It's good to be here.
We're good to see you, man. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, bro. Marisha, you look great. The only thing you need to do is to go on the ground and know the reality and stop acting on speculation.
All right. So, what sparked what activated your neuron, I should say, for which you decided to come on?
Well, as you're aware, when Liberia is our common denominator, and Sinoe being especially both of all of us here common denominator. So whenever there is important discussions of these kinds of nature, I always want to have an opportunity to actually correct some of the mis and disinformation that is speculating right now.
Excellent. So let's get a correction for us, please. Before you go to that, let the audience get to know you. Who is Kasem Jabate? You know, let's get to know you a little bit.
Well, first of all, I think you already described me in the best way possible. The only thing is you forget about me being a grown-up independent man, and you keep portraying me. But that was the best way to describe me, by the way, because when you say Jesus and his disciple, you know, even though there were times where the disciple will ask Jesus certain questions, even though he was their master. But to tell you that they were so independent that when certain things Jesus was doing, they don't understand. They say, Master, how can we do this? What is this? So that tells you that they have some level of independence, and such is me. Senator Teahjay is my mentor, he's my mentor, he's my political father, he's my adopted father, he's not my biological father. But just as he said, I am his whatsoever you might describe me that is best fitted to him. Yes, that's who I am.
Okay. So you are now defining yourself as an apologist of Senator Teahjay. I mean, what caught your attention?
Well, in the past, I told you, you know, when you read a book of Socrates, there's no way you can talk about Socrates without mentioning Plato. So I'm the Plato to Senator Teahjay in Sinoe or in Liberia.
Okay. All right. So Plato, go ahead, man.
Yeah. So having said that, you know, and I respect all the view of all your panelists, and Patrick is a personal friend and brother. I know him. We have lived together. My brother and my sister right here, I don't know them. This will be my first time to meet them. It's nice to meet you guys. You guys are really, really people that I respect and admire so much. You guys are well articulated. I want you guys to keep this up, you know. It's better we have these intellectual discussion, you know, and disagree and agree instead of all going down there fighting each other, okay? So having said that, my attention was drawn to the question that was asked. the tribal cloudpea name that superintendent is carrying, and you guys are recommending for him to change his name, and there's this conversation about employees that was submitted to the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and my sister is assuming that the superintendent may have placed people name on there they are good, but for him to get a personal kickback on the payroll. These are, when you sit on a platform like this is not a sitting room where you're talking to your kid or a group of people that completely agree with whatever you say. No. So sometimes when you are sitting on you don't add on perception or on your personal opinion. You have to come in with facts. So, and I'm glad that somebody who have been around Sinoe politics for little kid, almost 10, 15, 20 years of their life is Patrick. And I like that Patrick is providing some information that are factual. The only thing his biases is actually in there that you can see what side he's on. All right. And as a professional journalist, I think he have to kick his biases out when it comes to discussing national issues. You got to keep to the fact. But we are all human. I know somebody that you support, if they are being victim of certain thing, and somebody that you hate is being beneficiary somehow to certain thing, I can see that emotion.
So about what's the concern though? You said, I mean, you pointed out Shirley, you pointed out Patrick. I mean, what did they say that is not true? And you have to understand the topic too, though, because the topic is I told you we have two rooms here, or if you like three. So we have the factual room, we have the speculation room, and we have the miscellaneous room. All right. So let me kind of break it down to you. So the factual room, when we get information in the factual room, we have the evidence to support what we are saying. When it's in the speculation room, it's no evidence. Again, it's just going around. It's rumor based, right? And then the miscellaneous the information that is mixed up, right? So we are giving our perspective based on the speculation, what we are seeing trending on Facebook. And now you are indicting the co-host, she got to bring facts to the table.
Can I say something? Am I allowed to? And
go ahead. Then he can
I want to welcome you, our brother. I would love for you to introduce yourself, because like you said, you are grown and you are independent person, but I think you agree with Madison the way he introduced you. So that contradicts who you are right now. If you ask me, because you said, I'm grown, I'm my own person. So I expected you to introduce yourself as a grown man and what you stand for versus adding yourself to exactly how Madison introduced you. But anyway, I'm going to leave that. But like Madison said, right, if it's the fight, we go by the fight. And if it's something where like, okay, we're not sure of. And if you heard me clearly, I asked question. I said, my question was, did they give him kind of like a guideline or policy of what he needed to go back to say, okay, if we have this amount of people in our time, then we can have this amount achieved on payroll. So it goes both ways, right? If they didn't give him that, and you are right, it's glad that Patrick came in, because I didn't have all of the information to say, oh yes, the list will pass down to him. That's different. Then the argument will be different. So I was just going by the information that I knew, like, okay, so if they didn't give a list to this man, then he just came up with those lists. But then later on, no, he didn't come up with the list. The list was given to him and he presented that list. But let's talk so and talk so too, right? As a leader and you take over the position, you have to do some research. So it's still on him. He did not do a research. They gave him the list. He believed the blind list and presented it.
Let's bring Kassan on. Kassan, what's the reaction?
Okay, so first of all, let me formally introduce myself.
Thank you.
My name is Kasim Keu Jabater. I'm a son of Sinoe. I live in Sinoe for over 17 years of my life. I work in Sinoe as the former county information officer of Sinoe County. I work as assistant procurement director for Sinoe County from 2009 all the way to 2014. And I serve as special assistant to Senator Milton Teahjay at the Liberian Senate. And prior to me leaving Liberia, I was serving as his administrative assistant. And up to present, I am a strong
Yeah, his device is glitching up right there. Look, somebody call him. Yeah, so he's gonna come back. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, Shelley, I mean, Senator Teahjay boys, they don't hold back. So you tighten your belt,
Oh no, and you know I'm not intimidated by him. Let's just
no,
make
no,
that
no. I know you're Iron
and
Lady.
being the only female here, which keep bringing the guys. I'm fine. I'm not intimidated by any of you either. Just
Justin, you want to adjust your monitor a little bit? You are going all the way down. All right,
yeah, so we good. We good. I'm representing all the female. So I'm good.
So let bring Shelley. You give Patrick. I will bring you on. Shelley, give her opinion on the speculation. Let's bring just Perkins. The speculation going on that our former superintendent Milton Teahjay, who failed us, who served as senator, who failed us, who served as information minister and failed us, and they're bringing him back again. Oh, but the guy is okay. Perkins, hold on a second. The brother is back.
Okay.
All right, Cassandra.
Oh my God. I don't know whether you can hear me.
Yeah, you're good. I'm hearing you.
Madison, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not hearing you guys. I mean, I can hear you guys, but I don't know. You guys are muted.
No, go and come back. Let's try again. Go come back.
Oh my God. I don't know. I have to go back in and out.
Yeah, let's do that.
That is the Teahjay syndrome.
Practice. Are you anti Senator Teahjay because you sound like just Teahjay syndrome? Are you anti Senator Teahjay?
I'm anti-corruption. And that's why I'm not following or part of any specific political party. My political party is Liberia and Liberians. So any official, okay, brother is back.
Are you hearing all Kassan?
Yes, I can hear you guys now. Sorry, my mic was acting up.
Okay.
Yeah, so I know when I was talking, the internet was fluctuating. I don't know whether you guys were getting me.
Yeah, we heard you. We heard you. You were introducing yourself as the paramount chief of Sinoe County. Go ahead.
Well, for Madison, forget about the introduction aspect. I love Shelley because she's very articulated. She seems like a very smart and brilliant lady. She's brave to be among all of these guys. So kudos to you, Shelley. Nice to see you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So like I was saying, right? Like Shelley did not have the fact, or she didn't have much information on the listing that the superintendent. But we should keep in mind though that the superintendent had just taken over that office. I mean, he was appointed, but it took this long time before he get confirmed. He lost his mother, and he was up and down all of these things. So if you take over an office and there's an ultimatum or there's a letter written by the minister that you have to do this, so the time frame in which all of these things will happen have to be taken into consideration. I think it is unfair on the part of the superintendent to not hear his side of his story yet, to see what he did or what he didn't do, prior to all of this. But I will leave that with the superintendent. I'm hoping the county have an information officer or the office have a spokesperson and they can speak to this for a fact. I don't occupy that position anymore. I'm far away. So,
but quick question though. Quick question.
Right.
We are here in the U.S., right? You said Shelley, they not have all the information, right? And
right.
You are also not in Liberia. So
right.
What information do you have that Shelley did not have?
Well, the information that I have that Shelley didn't have is at the time that I was working in Sinoe, is the time that Patrick was speaking about. But the Ministry of Internal Affairs have audited the personnel listing of Sinoe or of the entire county several times. There are people where the Ministry of Internal Affairs, Civil Service, and Finance will send people in the county to do an audit of the employees of each county. But what is more interesting, Madison, is this. You will be surprised that a small county like Grand Crew have a bigger local government employee than Nima County. Do you know that for a fact?
No, I don't know.
Do you know that Grand Crew payroll is bigger even than Sinoe and Magibi? So
Okay.
it is not the geographical size of the county or the population of the county that determine the amount of employee at the Ministry of Internal Affairs.
What determines that?
So, like Patrick was saying, it is the county that is more politically inclined and are interested in politics. You know what I'm saying?
So basically a political representation or political employment.
Exactly.
Okay,
so when you look at
what Patrick said there is true though. That means the payroll was the listing was bloated because of the superintendent's proximity to Senator Teahjay. Is that the case here?
No. So what I'm trying to say is when you take Labrador and put it into region, for example, like the northern region that comprises of Bapolu, Cape Mount, and Bomi County, and then the northern part, and these are some of these places. Many of the citizens over there don't have interest into local government leadership. But if you come to the southeast, every little old man or young boy passing over there want to have a place in government. You know what I'm saying? So Senator Teahjay is not a market man, bro. He's not a mechanic. He is a politician, a full-blown career politician. So as a politician, you have to represent your people. You have to provide employment opportunity for them. You have to provide life in terms of leadership. So if Senator Teahjay go to Sinoe and put even the entire Sinoe County on payroll, it is his job as political leader. I respect that. And if that is the crime that Senator Teahjay commit, I will tell you to commit that crime more. Put more and more people on government payroll, let government pay, let people live life and send their children to school.
Okay, fair enough. That's Perkins, go ahead.
Yeah, so but Kasim, now one of the things or concerns that I have is not about the senator putting more people or chiefs on the payroll or not putting them on the payroll. Our concern is probably the list is 50% a real list, real people, and 50% a ghost list. People that names are there and not getting paid. So if the senator is doing that, then you cannot say kudos to him. You cannot applaud him. That means he's defrauding the government of finances. He lying to the government and getting money, and that money is staying with him. So what we trying to find out here is, I understand the point you made is a good point that these different counties are different when it comes to how they carry on their political leadership. I also mentioned that earlier, but do the list, and you seem like you are informed about this new superintendent. You said he lost his mother. He just took over the office. So are you aware that that this information that he has in order to get the list to the internal affair, did he follow the proper procedure? Did he do the things that he needed to do, go to these counties and actually know the amount of chiefs that we have? Did he follow the proper procedure in presenting that list? Are you aware? Do you have information on that?
Well, so first of all, you asked me one question that is comprises of A and B questions. So let me address the A first before I go to the B, okay?
No problem.
So the A of your question is, you are assuming, now you use a word called probably. So you are not sure. You are acting on perception again. That the list is 50-50. It is possible that it is 50% true or 50% false. Which, of course, I'm telling you again, you can't sit on a platform that day and add on probability. You have to know that what you're talking about is a fact or not.
Yeah, but before you even say that, to then give all the facts, because the person is saying,
so here's the fact. Here is the fact. Patrick have given you the fact. Patrick is telling you that not only Ellen Johnson government, but George Weah government also acted on this particular list when Senator Teahjay was not even on the political scene from 2023 up to now. These people have been receiving pay from government. These people are active employees of government. All right? Patrick is telling you that because of the new law that was passed and signed by President George Weah, and they said it will be enforced after 7 years. Now, the enforcement of that law is the one that is affecting these people. That doesn't mean that these people were ghosts, or that they are all died, or that it is fake. It is this thing listing that when the new superintendent take over, that is still existing. So he just asked all these chiefs to give names of these people, and that's why he submit. I don't know for a fact whether he followed the process. To your big question, whether he followed the process or not. I don't work in his office. I have not spoken to him since he took over, especially when it comes to this conversation about this. Listen to the internal affair that was submitted. So I'm not going to sit here and make up stories. I don't do that.
Okay, all right. Let bring Patrick. Patrick been quiet for a while. Let bring Patrick in. Patrick, go ahead.
Okay, so let me welcome my friend and brother, Katsin. Yes,
Patrick, good to see you again.
Katsin and I, we have not always agreed on the same issues. At times we agree, at times we disagree.
Right.
But let me tell you, for me, I am not deterred or bothered by the charge of biases, as always, because anybody can, if you say I'm biased, if anybody says I'm biased, they should call me Patrick Joseph Potizer Bolu. So people, if people who know Joseph Potizer, after whom America's highest, media press is giving, I mean, they should know exactly, his history and how he came to be one of the greatest journalists in American history, or one of the greatest in 20th century journalism. And on the other thing he talked about hatred. Yes, it's not becoming a tradition, a culture that when you praise somebody, it means you love the person. And when you criticize somebody through fair comments and analysis, then you hate the person. But I want to say to my friend again, I'm the one analyzing some of the things about J Mill. This is Patrick. He know me. This is a Patrick that the late Mamoudou Yimpa called journalist, because Patrick was being seen as a Milton Teahjay journalist in the county. All right? So every man is prone to remission. All right? So
what has changed, though? What has changed?
That's what I'm saying. Every man professionally is prone to remission. So if by remission, I'm seeing, Teahjay's, flaws, his political, lifestyle, and the way he treats the people, the way he conducts himself in politics, and the way sometimes he troublizes, his office and everything else. If I begin to say them, when I did not see them yesterday and I was praised, if I'm saying them today, I should not also be seen as biased, because yesterday I was not biased. All right? I was not biased. I was your best friend, your best journalist. Why today should I be seen as somebody who hates on Teahjay? No. I have no hatred for anybody, because for me, in my mind personally, I don't think there are people who hate me. Yes, because everywhere I've seen, I've appeared, the way they receive me, I don't think people have a hatred against me. If they do, I don't see it. So I myself, I have a hatred against nobody. But it just needs to be fair enough at once. For once, be fair to yourself. For once, be real to yourself. And for once, say the truth, so that the truth sets you free. I don't hate on Teahjay. I just said the truth here. I lay on the basis here. So my brother for life, and thank God that we have always disagreed, but very professionally and very objectively. So I don't hate my papa here, my papa there.
Kassim, give your reaction and then I will come in, because the topic right now is the speculation we are hearing about the return of Senator Teahjay. And our sub-question to that is, should the people of Sinoe County be concerned or hopeful? And that's the issue. That's the topic. So the reaction to what Patrick said, and then I will come in.
Well, so like Patrick likely said, bro, we are all human beings. Like I said, aside from our professionalism, we have our own human, tendencies where we like and dislike certain things. And it doesn't have to be that way all the time. Me and I can do certain things right now that Patrick may not like, and he will be negative about it. And I will go again and do certain things positive that go in line with what Patrick like, and he will be positive about it. But I'm just saying, if he come on national radio and he's speaking of somebody, he have to actually tell the story of that person and not say something because coming from the background of hate. And I stand by that. Patrick loved Teahjay. He hates Teahjay. That is his personal.
So, Kase, why would you equate his disagreement with the senator as hatred?
Well, so there are way where we will say certain thing about certain person or certain topic. We can know whether we like that or we hate that. So from the way he was talking, actually tell me that he no longer likes him.
Okay, all right. All right, so okay, you don't let me come in because so we can go to the next topic here.
Yes.
All right. So first of all, the speculation we are hearing, if and only if it is true, then that is a bad, terrible, horrific news for Sinoe County. Okay, I should say that from the beginning, from the genesis. Because the man in question, the elder on the screen right now, the Republic of Liberia, or if you like, the global community, people that pay attention to Liberian politics, they know Senator Teahjay, they know Superintendent Teahjay, they know Minister Teahjay. The man is a horrible political figure in the history of Liberia. And why do I say that? Because I want to educate those that don't know before we bring him back. And I will come to our president as well, President Joseph Boakai. Because, like I told you, when Taylor carried his macabre war to Liberia and murdered 250,000 innocent people, that was not abhorrent, it was not horrible, it wasn't detestable to Senator Teahjay. So after Taylor murdered our people, Taylor called him to be his mouthpiece, to be his spokesperson. And Senator Teahjay brilliantly executed that job. He defended every atrocity committed by Taylor in the country. That's what he did. As a matter of fact, Senator Teahjay collaborated with Taylor, and they fetched our logs from the from Sinoe County. That's where the trouble came from. Because Taylor was taking our logs and were taking some of the money, it came a point where Senator Teahjay said the money should be given to him. And Taylor said, no, bring the representation of the people. And then I will give the money to them. Teahjay said no, and that's how they decided later on the men started bashing Taylor. And Taylor wanted to decapitate him, and he ran away from the country. Okay? So that's a brief history as a minister. When you come to superintendent, he became superintendent of Sinoe County. That county, the people were living together, in peace and unity. Immediately, Senator Teahjay enters the county. It was, visible tribal polarization. Okay, that's what he did. He polarized the people of Sinoe County. The development was killed. Everything was Teahjay one, and Teahjay one. After that, an investigation was done by GAC. Mr. Teahjay was indicted, taken to court, and declared guilty. He was asked to pay $50,000. He did not pay that money. You know what? I am, you guys know me. I am a specialist when it comes to Teahjayism, because I studied the man for years, and I propounded on him, and that's why he was rejected by the people of Sinoe County because of the campaign we ran. So I am hearing now, Shirley, that man was senator, and he even sponsored a bill for people when they raped our children, so that they can be set free. That was the bill he sponsored. That's how inimical and diabolical Senator Teahjay was to us. He never sponsored a single bill that created jobs for the people of Sinoe County. Okay, and this is the man that President Joseph Boakai, allegedly, again, we are in the speculation room, is trying to bring back to us to terrorize the people of Sinoe County. Now, you see the peace now. Since Senator Teahjay left, the people of Sinoe County, they are very in peace. They are working together. Now, if you ask Teahjay to cloud P, the man who changed the name to a tribal group because of what Teahjay told him to do, you add Teahjay and cloud P together in Sinoe County, that place will burn down. You have two tribal zealots leading the county, and that's what it's about to be. And I think, President, if that is true, President Joseph Yuma Boakai has to alter course, because Teahjay is an existential threat to Sinoe County and Liberia as a whole. He supported a rebel leader that killed, murdered. I mean, not use the word kill. He murdered the people of Liberia. And Teahjay was elected. The man was happy to defend Taylor on BBC, on everywhere, every platform. He was fighting Joe Maruba and all those people. They know Teahjay. And that's the man that Joseph Boakai wants to bring back to ruin our county. We, the people of Sinoe County, we have to stand up. We have to start speaking now. Because when Ellen Justice Salih brought him, we, the same voice of the people, that's how you put the esoteric, the spokesperson of the elders and the ancestors. I said, no, Ellen Justice Salih, I understand you support that Taylor and you are trying to reward Teahjay, because Teahjay is also part of the carnage that went on in the country. You're trying to reward him. So we said, no, don't bring Teahjay back. Ellen Justice Salih did not listen to us. And our prediction came to fruition. Sinoe County will turn us down. People were fighting everywhere. When somebody died in the place, Senator Teahjay said, you know that one, let the man die. He doesn't care. I got all the videos in my archive. I can play some of the things he said. He fought, he brought Quentin Duncan to us. You see what Quentin Duncan is doing to Sinoe County right now. He's the same man that brought Quentin Duncan to us. And see what Quentin Duncan is doing. The man is dangerous. Bringing this man back. Our county, the Tail Regional County, will go back again another 6 years. And we don't want that. We want progress now. We want progress. Cloud P already causing trouble. He sent his first list and the people rejected it because he is listening to Milton Teahjay, a rabble rouser, the man that can agitate 24/7. If it is not Teahjay one, it should not be anywhere else. No, people of Sinoe County, let me stop there and give the other the participant the opportunity. But I just want to sign the caveat again. The Gracia, the perspicacious dark side you put the esoteric is speaking again. It just a Boakai forced this man on us. There will be revolution in Sinoe County. We will rise. We will urge the people of Sinoe County. We don't want this Hitler of Sinoe County or Liberia. We don't want the Belali of Sinoe County. We don't want this Mussolini of Sinoe County. No, we don't want him. He should be rejected by the people. Let me give my brother Kasen the opportunity if he wants to rebut or if he sees.
Honestly, you are such a mess. I can't.
Let me unmute my man. Kasen, the floor is yours, buddy. Go ahead.
All right, Madison. Thank you. Thank you so much. I just want to say this, right? There are certain journalists in America, they are completely for the Republican Party. So whatever the Republican Party do, whether they right, they wrong, they will praising them. But the anti-Teahjay rhetoric coming from Madison Freeman, Zaza, is not a strange thing to people who follow Sinoe politics. They know. You understand? And the anti-Teahjay rhetoric have been in the past, so is now, and it's going to continue in the future. But the good thing is, let us assume that the speculation that you and myself are hearing about Senator Teahjay going to the court is a fact, and it become reality. You know what that have happened to Sinoe? Sinoe County have reawakened on the national political scene. Sinoe County, like you hear Donkey on national TV saying it's a dead county right now. Since Zaza and Teahjay left that political scene, when last have you heard Sinoe in terms of leadership on the national and local level? It's like a dead people, like orphanage children somewhere, and I get my power to talk for you. That's how Sinoe look like. But now that you have hearing Sinoe, that Senator Teahjay coming back again to Sinoe leadership, you are going to feel Sinoe present on the national scene. And the people are talking about the young people, the women, the elderly people are happy because you know what have happened? They are coming to get job opportunity again. That's what Senator Teahjay is noted for. But I just want to take this time briefly to just clarify and because you provided a lot of this and misinformation. So this information is different from misinformation. Misinformation is when you say something that actually did happen, but you are saying it the way it did not happen, then you are misinforming people. Now, the disinformation aspect is something that did not happen at all, and you're trying to say it to make it look like it happened. That's what you just did. But here are the facts. Senator Teahjay, when it comes to the relationship with him and Charles Taylor, Senator Teahjay is not on record for being any member of any warring faction in Liberia from 1989 up to 2026. He had never MPFL, ULIMO K, UNIMO J, LPC, Model, whosoever rebellion that happened in Liberia, Senator Teahjay is associated with what? None. Zero. Senator Teahjay, as a Liberian citizen who went to school to serve his country and take oath of office while being confirmed as Deputy Minister for Information, take oath. He made confession and promise that he will uphold the constitution of that country, and he will perform and discharge the duty of the office of Deputy Minister. So when he was working in the Charles Taylor regime, which was Liberia government, he was not there as Charles Taylor employee. He was there as employee of the Republic of Liberia, and he performed that duty to the best of his ability. And the record is there. When it comes to him leaving the country, fleeing for his life, because of him fighting for the people of Sinoe, Madison, you know you can misinform and disinform. First of all, you haven't been to Sinoe for more than 25, 30 years. So everything you can be saying about Sinoe is just something that you hear from third party. And you don't hear it from first hand. But here is the first hand information. Let me give it to you today. Senator Teahjay then was Minister Teahjay in Charles Taylor government. He was on plea representing the Liberia government everywhere. He been to the length and breadth of the global community. In plea, getting allowances and pay from the government. If he was somebody who was just narcissistic and egotistical and just there for himself, he wouldn't have lost that job. But guess what? When Oscar Cooper from Mangibi County was then looting and pillaging the Sinoe forest of Sinoe logs, even though both of them were in Charles Taylor government, you know what Senator Teahjay did? He stood up for Sinoe and the Charles Taylor regime and put his life on the line and his job and his family and said, you know what? This is not good for Sinoe. You are looting and pillaging our villages. Our children are growing the natural resources that depend on. Is what you are taking away from them. And he spoke against Oscar Cooper and the Charles Taylor regime. And Charles Taylor said, you cannot be in my government and talk against it. And you know why? Him and his family was considered persona non grata in Liberia. And he fled for his life with his wife and his kid and came here to the United States. And when Charles Taylor regime got toppled, he returned in 2005 and having left Liberia since because he's a patriot. That is the misinformation. That is the correct aspect of that thing. So that's why he's saying, Charles Taylor said, that's a lie. That's a complete misinformation. And then when it comes to the last one you're talking about was what? He went to Sinoe and as senator or superintendent. Let me tell you this. And I continue to tell you this whenever I have the opportunity, Madison. Senator Teahjay, when he went to Sinoe, I think we only have 73 human beings on Ministry of Internal Affairs payroll. All the other people were volunteer. Guess what? When he was serving as superintendent, Senator Teahjay took the Sinoe County Ministry of Internal Affairs payroll from 73 to 1,004, over 300 and plus human beings. Active workers that were receiving pay, not even by check, but by direct deposit. Every 25th of every month, their money was to their places. That's what he did. The young people were empowered. The women group, every tribal grouping that you're talking about. Now, Senator Teahjay is the one that united the entire Sinoe County. The sample applicable is even older than you and myself, brother. The crew for the 8th session existing is older than you and myself, and have been pre-existing before you and myself, bruh. Senator Teahjay is okay when it comes to that. When he went to the county and said, listen, the sample applicable is a traditional organization funded by our forefathers, where they speak unity and speak development for their district and for their time. So I will sponsor every grouping in this county, including the Manor River youth, the young people, every group, so that we can come together to help to develop our places. Was that a bad thing to do? If some people you get something to do in Sapo land, you use the Saudi affordable organization to meet and raise funds to do that. Crew people, you go to crew for the 8th session. Manor River women, you go to Manor River women groupings meeting and organize what is good for you. Is that why you call tribalism? When Senator Teahjay, let me tell you today, every politician in Liberia, in Sinoe today, they have to build houses, they have to build bridges, they have to buy cars, they have to be. Who initiated that? Somebody called Milton Teahjay. He introduced that politics into Sinoe. That when you represented these people, you should transform their life. You should do something impactful. Brother, let me give you the story, and I will end on this.
Please, so I can bring
Senator Teahjay and myself went to Kamutan. I don't even think you know Kamutan. Maybe you may hear Kamutan name. But Kamutan is the biggest town next to Vubadi. I mean, to Juazon. Belobokri. In the entire history of Kamutan, that place got more than almost how many thousand citizens living over there. They never had town hall. Whenever a politician or any leader enter that place, they will take you to one lake, King Jusha, you sit down there and talk. Senator Teahjay say, I grew up in this town. I was a student in this town. And what I didn't have here when I was going to school, the next children coming up will have it. He built a modern town hall over there. And Sinoe about Noah is doing same. He building Google places. He bought buses for school children. Senator Teahjay bought buses for nurses. So everything that is good, that what Senator Teahjay can do, only his opposition can speak negative of him. But the reality is, the people that live in Sinoe, who are the citizens, are celebrating and jubilating and are praying for this Roman to actually be a reality. Because the young people, the elderly people will get their job. They will not only get a job, but they will get a job that is secure. That's what I can tell you.
Okay, but thank you, Justin. Let me bring Shelley. Then I'll bring you, Shelley. I mean,
brother, I'm actually on the clock at my work. I just have an hour to just do this. So if I have your permission.
Definitely, man. You have to cater to your source of income first, man. You take care of your family. Appreciate it.
Yeah, but Shelley and Justin, I'll definitely keep in touch with you guys. You guys are brilliant. You guys are well articulated. I respect you guys, and I can't wait to actually keep interacting so that we can talk about.
I wanted to answer one simple question before you leave.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so you just dive into all the good things that Senator Teahjay has done for the people of Sinoe County. Now, and you talk about the
Justin, one second, please. This man talk about Senator Teahjay being indicted and found guilty.
That was my question. So
Madison actually is an educated guy. He's very, very educated. He know a verdict that when it comes from the court, he know what it is. And you know, if the court tell you to do something that you didn't do, you know the consequences of that. Okay? So Madison just misinformed and disinformed the people of Sinoe and Liberia that Senator Teahjay was found guilty, and he was. To summarize this is this. Yeah. Yes, there was actually an indictment drawn by the Liberian government through the LAC, through the GAC and the LACC. Senator Teahjay was accused on 7 counts: economic sabotage, misapplication of public, and all of these things. Long story short, 3 or 4 of the charges were thrown outside because it doesn't make no sense.
Okay.
The one that actually went to court, a case that Madison Fowler Zaza, the late Senator Joseph Nangbe, myself, Kassim Jabate, served as witness. So I'm not speaking as third party. That's why I always tell him, I'm speaking as one of the evidence in the case, an active member of the case. Now, that was Senator Teahjay's lawyer said in the court that they say, it is not the preponderance of evidence that you will produce in this case, but the quality of the testimony of your witnesses is what matters. Okay? So they bring almost 105 pieces of evidence against Senator Teahjay. They just throw everything out. You know, the only reason Senator Teahjay was even not guilty, but liable. Now, the difference between liable and guilty is when you go on trial for a criminal case, and that case ended, and you were wrong, you are found guilty. It is equivalent to prison sentence or prison sentence and fine. Now, if it is liable, which is a civil case, it's not criminal, it's just something that you're supposed to do that you did not do, it's called liability. You are liable. You are held liable by the court, which was the verdict. He was not found guilty, but he was found liable. Why? Because the project that was given to all the contractors that failed to do this contract was actually signed for by the development superintendent Madonna Williams at the time. All right? So when this project failed, it was government money that was given to these people, and they failed to do it. So Senator Teahjay, as superintendent then, who gave the authorization to his development superintendent to interact with this contractor, for which they failed and the government lost money, Senator Teahjay was found by the court that you did not do due diligence as a leader. So for that reason, you will be liable. You are held liable for some of the things, for all of the things that development superintendent did. For your failure to make follow up on all of these projects, you are found liable for it, and you will be found 50,000 United States dollars that is to be restituted in government revenue within so and so time frame. And that money was paid for. Who is Senator Teahjay that was government or Labrador saying he must pay so far, and up to the day he not pay, and he out there? How possible is that?
Let's not monopolize the conversation. Let bring Justin.
Well, you just asked me a question. I'm just responding to it.
Right.
All right. Appreciate it.
So that means that's a different account you are giving to Oswald that just gave that the senator.
Well, what that gave you is the one that he gave sitting now in Philadelphia. What I gave you is the one that happened in the court because I was there as a witness.
Yes, I understand that.
I'm not cutting you off, right? If you listen to the introduction of the convo, right? He said,
"My DNA start the whole conversation."
No. He said, "My DNA is Teahjay DNA. I'm a Koon or Teahjay." So how can you take a Koon or Teahjay to go
I also told you that I'm an independent person with independent mind.
Okay, so
if you want to say that's fine. So let's get Justin.
Well, I just want to thank you guys so much for the opportunity. I really like the level of respect. Sherry, I really respect you. I've been following you. You know, Justin, you are I think you guys both are from Sinoe, right?
Yes.
Yes, sure.
Good. Listen, bro, we have to have this Sinoe diaspora citizen, especially the intellectual giant meeting, so that we can sit and talk and then decide. One day we can decide who among us here or who among you guys can become leader, and then we'll put our support behind the person. We must get somebody from America to represent us over there. I even know that my opposition for this time will be for him. So my man. Gentlemen, I'll see you. Have a great day.
We hope there shouldn't be the last time. We look forward to having you on here.
No, sure. I'm always available. I'm just a phone call away. Taida, my man, we interact on backstage a lot.
Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah.
All right, bro. Y'all have a good one, man. Thank you so much.
All right, buddy. Thanks for coming on.
All right.
Bye.
I'll come and butcher the man. He is absent. You'll be bad for him.
Well,
Yeah. So who turn? Justin, you done? So I can bring Shelley and then.
Yeah, let's share the comment. But what's the truth to this whole story of Teahjay being sent to court or accused by the court or convicted by the court? Now he just gave a different account that all the charges were dismissed by the court, and the court said the one thing they said that you are liable for not holding the superintendent responsible for carrying on these misappropriation of these funds. So for that reason, you will pay restitution of $50,000. What do you have? The facts to the particular story of
so I will bring Patrick later on because Patrick was also a supporter of Senator Teahjay. You see whether the former supporter who is now a supporter, you get his opinion on that. But the evidence is everywhere. Justin, both men will say it's omnipresent and ubiquitous. Everywhere you can find it. All right. So for example, you will see one of these, right? Teahjay guilty for corruption. I'm not the author of this new article, right?
No.
But if you ask your man Kassan, you'll say, oh, that's propaganda. That was the court verdict that the newspaper were reporting on. Okay? Teahjay guilty for corruption. They didn't say he was found. You are using the word liability and all that thing you were talking, that what they call political dribbles, right? Or linguistical dribbles. That what you doing, trying to dribble you. You know, you have to understand that Teahjay begin and they can play with words. So you're trying to do that. But the people, if you even go to the LACC, they got everywhere to the court, Teahjay was declared guilty, right? Yeah. All right. So it's not something that we should be debating. It's not a debate. You are declared guilty. And the man said, the man paid the $50,000. He will not give you evidence. Those are things I pressed them or we had a debate back in the day for years. Okay, you said Teahjay paid. Get me the receipt of a payment. They couldn't do it. The man still got $50,000. He said, oh, why is it that the man did not go to court or did not go to jail? Liberia is a banana republic. You see people right now, government minister, then they rape a little girl and they're walking free. You know, that's the country you have. Things are going on. You have the prior former government, right, where auditors of government, I know that 6 or that 3 auditors, government auditors, they die. Nothing came from out of it. Yeah, right. Nobody will hold accountable. And you say, oh, that's serious country. So anybody Teahjay and be declared guilty and they still walk around. That's the country you have. If we have a serious country, why you think Teahjay can't come to America? Because they were arresting and putting in jail because it's a serious country. So since he ran away from the country, he can't come back. Because he did all this shady thing here, he can't come back. Especially Trump will say Iceman will get you some money. So Milton Teahjay does not even want to come here. All right. So now he made specific claims. So I want to react to those things, right? Yeah. He said Teahjay was not part of any rebel group in Liberia. Really? The man was part of NPFL. And that's why even Taylor rewarded him. He was a spokesman for Sinoe County for NPFL. Why do you think Taylor was just arbitrarily made a man information minister because Taylor loved him that much? He was part of the revolution. And that's why you were given a job. Just think about it for a second. You are not part of any rebel group. You and Taylor, you guys are not friends. And then the man will become president and you call you to give you a job, to be a mouthpiece. That's something for you to believe? Teahjay was active player in the war. All right? And that's what Taylor rewarded him. So don't believe that thing that man said. He said, Teahjay upholding the Constitution. Seriously? You have a rebel that came to power. And the man, okay, the argument here is, oh, the people elected a man. And so Hitler was elected 80%. 80% of the people they voted for Hitler in Germany. Does that make Hitler a good president? So it's the same thing. We had this Taylor terrorize the people. This is the man I went on radio and said, G. Henry Andrew, if I don't win the election, angel must come for heaven to protect you. That was a fair election. The man terrorized the people. All right? So that's the man that Teahjay was working for. That's the man you were working for. All right? So that's the kind of man. And he said Teahjay was working for the Liberian people and not for Taylor. You serious? You know what? You know what they say? Those government officials that are working, you know what the Constitution says? You work at the pleasure of the president and not at the will and pleasure of the Liberian people. The men were working for Taylor. You are working at the will and pleasure of the president. That's what the Teahjay were doing. So that's why he was defending everything and anything that Taylor did. Taylor's son used to drive around in that country. When you park by a vehicle, they will shout you their house on. Teahjay and Taylor, they took the National Bank of Liberia and they carried the white flower to Taylor's house. That's how that country was running. And that's why the guy is defending here. The man went as far as Sierra Leone. And that's why he's in jail for 50 years right now. His son, who was also terrorizing, he was the leader for the son of the devil, the SOD. Chucky Taylor, he's in U.S. It's a serious country. He ran away after murdering Liberian people. He came here. He's in jail for 97 years. Okay? We're talking about what Taylor and his children did in the country. That's the man Teahjay was supporting. All right? And he also said Teahjay united the people of Sinoe County. Patrick here, Patrick can validate that story. Whether Sinoe was divided or united when Teahjay was a senator in Sinoe County. I'm not going to waste my time on that. Even the chief of office staff for Teahjay, Marshall Teahjay is filing right now. Tuoli or whatever you call it, sir, he changed your name to. Marshall, he said, does not even agree that Sinoe was divided. If you ask him, when you're honest, you will say Sinoe was divided. The Sinoe legislative caucus, it was divided everywhere. Teahjay ran on the tribal stuff. The man brought in the SAPO and the crew for the 8th session. That the crew for the 8th session thing that man was dwelling on, he thought the people were going to pull him back. We listened to his campaign speeches. Oh, we the majority here, we the crew for the 8th session, and guess that, you got to follow me or else you will die in the county. You are doing all the divisive stuff. I'm not a stranger to Sinoe County, so Cousin cannot come say those things to us, He said Teahjay pressing, let me not leave that. He talked about Camel Town, right? The reason Teahjay built Palava Hall, the man told you why Teahjay built Palava Hall in Camel Town. He said Teahjay grew up in Camel Town. He said it himself, right? So if you go in and build a Palava Hall or Town Hall, whatever you call it, is that something for you to celebrate? He didn't, beside Camel Town, that was the only Sapo town. He built Palava Hall in the rest. Did he hear Kassan call it any other town name from the Sapo town? No, only Camel Town because he grew up there. And
he went to school there.
Beside Kolo was a supporter of Teahjay, and Kolo lives in Camel Town. All right, so it was not a favor. You understand, because he loves the people of Camel Town. No, so all these things the man was saying was just and you talk about Sonny Boy Noah bought bosses and Teahjay bought bosses, and Sonny Boy Noah was a supporter of Teahjay until he put that conversation out. They had a private conversation and he recorded it and put it out to the public, and that's how Teahjay went against him. All right. You talk about Creighton Duncan, for example. All right. He said Creighton Duncan said Sinoe is a dead county. Who carried Creighton Duncan in the county? He carried Creighton Duncan, and Creighton Duncan carried the county. So, you want to bring the same man who helped Taylor literally kill the people, and now his disciples said they killed the county? Okay, so, the man just indicted the man more. Let me stop there, Patrick. What is your take? We're talking about the speculation here about bringing Teahjay back, who were declared guilty for corruption.
Yeah, so the guilty verdict against former Senator Teahjay is not a speculation. Okay, it's not a speculation. It's something, that remains confirmed and affirmed by the ruling of the court. So one misconception that Jabate spilled here is try to confuse, a guilty verdict with liability. And I know how sometimes some people think, actually. The court tells you you are liable for a crime. Or you are liable for, or you are.
Go ahead, Patrick.
All right. then you say it is not, yeah, and you say it is not guilt. Liability is not guilt. So I'm not a lawyer, I'm not going to law school, and maybe lawyers will have to tell me, you know, what is a guilty verdict, what are liability, or you know, or whatever.
Yeah, the internet is glitching up. Hey, Patrick, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, man. The internet is already disturbing. Yeah, so that one is in the past now. I don't want to dwell on it too much because all the nation knows, all the world knows, and what we know, the facts is
all right. Patrick is glitching up there. Let's see. Yeah, so Shelley, I want to also get to the next topic here. This one is a major one too. I want us to deal with it before we leave. Yeah, we've been here a little while now, you know, and Shelley doesn't play with time, you know. She can just be looking at her watch, you know. Yeah. Let me see whether Patrick is still visible. No, he's not. You know, so let's do this. I mean, kick him out. Maybe he'll come back. Yeah. So this it's a breaking news. We'll be right back. Shut up, you laughing?
No, I was yawning and you just put me on camera, but okay.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with Shelley Perkins and Dr. Porter Esoteric. All right, so the breaking news here is Sinoe. This video is very, very disturbing that we're about to play. It's very disturbing, so we want to just tell you right now. Let me see if Patrick is back. Yeah, but I'll bring up Border down shortly. But we want to play this video from Sinoe. The artivist Martin Colley, from his page, I took it. He published that. You know, yes. I mean, it's from Sinoe County. I don't know where in Sinoe County. We try to contact our sources to verify where in Sinoe that this story is coming from. Okay, it's disturbing, just so you know. But before we do that, I'd like to also play another video so you guys can see this video too. I mean, I don't know what is happening in our country, but this is the Liberia DEA or LDEA, Drug Enforcement something, torturing a lady. Watch this.
It's not playing.
You didn't see it playing? It was playing.
No.
It was playing. I think it's the problem for his side. Let me play one more time.
Okay, I think I'm the person that
Justin, did you see the video?
Yes, I've seen the video.
Okay, so Shelley, the problem is from your side.
Yeah, I think so.
But I wanted you to see the video. It's very, very disturbing, though. It's a lady that the guys are beating like that. The Liberia.
Will you put it in the chat room so I can see it?
Wow. Okay, let me do that right now. It's scary. Even if you think the one I'm about to play is bad, that one is horrible. Let me see what else. I didn't delete it, but let's see. Yes. So I come in to play the next video here. All right. It's horrible. So we can talk about these two videos. Yeah, let me play this one, Shelley. I thought I had it here. All right. Parent, I'll look for you. I got a bunch of stuff here. So, ladies and gentlemen, this video is disturbing that we're about to play from Sinoe County. Yes, it is bad. It's a bad video.
I mean, you can run away. As you say, I mean, you want to do something cool. You get all brand new motor there. Brand new motor. Brand new motor.
You sign for that,
Look at how you look at the kind of thing you put yourself in.
And I need to oh my God, I'm begging you. Now I say what I say. I'm begging you. I'm not a cheater, man. You are begging. They don't check you. All I said I want them to they say they were checking down there the money.
You get new money. You get it for inside. They want to go to BPD.
Let me get here. We go take it from the big guy.
Yeah, ba. Yeah, he's stupid. I don't care you. You just stupid. You're stupid. Oh, easy to change that coming. That's me for you, man.
Papa, grab your man and go.
That's right, Koon.
Yeah. Don't be the man.
Go with it, man. Why are you talking about him for? Where are you, pa? Where are you, man, pa?
That is horrible. That is horrible. Yeah. So, Shelly, let me get a reaction to that video first.
What was that? First of all, oh my God. So now I see what I couldn't even see that first video.
You saw it in the chat room? I put it in the chat room.
Yes. Why are they treating her like that? And why are they like take the ball close off him just to beat him? Like, who are you? So people just take everything in their own hands and like I can treat anybody the way I want to treat them, and they're dragging him while the motorbike is leaving. What? I don't know what to say about that.
It's crazy. Justin, what's the reaction, man? What's Labrador coming to?
Bro, Labrador is not coming into anything. This is how Liberia has been for the last 20 to 30 years. When we talk about old Dofa Tabe, tying somebody on a motorbike and dragging it in Liberia, that's normal thing. That is normal.
It's not normal to tie somebody.
Yeah, that's not normal.
What I mean is normal in Liberian setting.
No.
They try. I mean, I don't want to normalize.
Yes,
it.
Yeah,
Normal.
No. Okay. That's not normalized.
What I'm saying is we have done this for the last 20 to 30 years. So even children that was born before the war, all they know is that amount of violence amongst themselves. They know nothing outside of that particular way of life. So for them,
Justin, let us not conflate era here. Right now, we are not in war.
Right.
During wartime, they were doing all of that. We are not in war right now. Why are you doing this? If we say we're under the rule of law right now and not under the rule of rebels, right?
Yeah.
Then why should the law not take its course and you are torturing this man like that? Yeah, go ahead.
It's sad. I learned that the first video you showed, the two LDEA officers that maltreated that lady, I heard the next day or so they got disrobed, they got dismissed out of their post. But that one happened. The last video happened in Sinoe County. These people that jungle justice, they are not waiting for police. They're not calling police, and that's what you got when you have a country such as Liberia, where you cannot call 911 or 9 whatever for anybody to come to your aid. You got to go to the police people, or they will tell you, say, send car for all the kind of arrest the perpetrator. And it's my man. Our country, and for example, somebody like Milton Teahjay, the guy came here just now, and I Google Milton Teahjay. It's on my phone. It's they find guilty, criminally liable. So you're using our liable. It's a criminally liable. Yes, a man that Milton Teahjay pay $50,000 and gone free. I don't know whether that chicken or that goat.
He did not pay.
Yeah, no. Whether he pay or they didn't pay, but he on a punishment that's to pay, and he gone scot free. That man, you know, that chicken or that goat he stole, they will keep doing that thing. By the time they finish with that man, he'll probably not live for the next 1, 2, 3 years or 2, 3 more. He died, or he'll probably die doing what they're doing right now. And our people are so naive. And you know, one time when I was in high school here, I think one of the teachers mentioned, "You're from Liberia." So, a lot of you young guys are doing well in my class, but I wonder, all these years that you've been through those kind of trauma, is there any way that you guys have been through any kind of detraumatization programs and stuff? No! That we went through all these horrible things, and time came, they say, okay, everybody, you come to the table, let's forget about the war, charge it up, be president. We want people to go back in the bush. But then everybody is expected to live like normal human beings. No, the people cannot live normal because they are seeing abnormal things. The things that they are seeing with their eyes and they are doing, that normal society don't operate like that. So now, murderers, killers, rebel leaders, people that tear pregnant women in or belly, those people and everybody else got to integrate into one society and behave as regular people. And that is the result that we have right now, where the catch of common thief and they murder you in the street. A politician come, they use a big word and say he embezzle, pay so and so bad. In some Google cases, some cases then nothing. He bribe everybody and go away. I would have thought that if you say your objective or your agenda is a rescue, you are here to rescue the country, I would have thought that one of the first things that you will focus on is the rule of law. How to revamp the entire judicial system of the country.
And the rule of law is part of the agenda, part of the arrest agenda. Yeah.
Yeah, but
it is part of it. Yeah.
We have seen cases that just piling up into court, especially corruption cases, and no result at the end of the day. So it's so sad for our country that I saw some interview for him, Joseph Boakai. He talking about agriculture is paramount to the country, but you are the same person who gave agriculture peanuts, but then you say it's paramount. How do you say it's one thing and then you do something else? And so that's the kind of country we got. It's sad. Innocent people will continue, not innocent people, but people who do a little wrong things will continue to face that kind of jungle justice in the people's hands themselves, while the mean people that murder. Pierre Lumumba once said, when I was there, he said corruption should be considered a crime against humanity. And I fully agree with that. Corruption should be considered a crime against humanity because you don't know that fund that you have embezzled, that hospital is supposed to build, or that hospital is also formed. Those people that go in that hospital, they don't have that resources, they will die. The road are supposed to go down there, the road not going on, the car they're not going there to make accident, the people will die. So you kill people, you do mass murdering by corrupting from the people, and that should be considered the biggest crime of all. But no, corruption is okay. But when somebody steal your belt, then we bust their head. It just
Well said, Justin. Let me come in here. All right. It is. I am sad to see such videos coming from our country. So to the first video, right? I also read the story, Justin, that those 2 officers were disrobed, but I think it should not just stop there. The people have to face justice, provided we will have justice in the country now, because justice in Liberia is a mockery, right? So, but what I know for sure is in the case of Liberia, when you are a small man, they have the big man and the small man in Liberia. So when you are a small man, you can face justice, you can go to jail. They can actually take you to court and they put you behind bars. When you are the big man, that's when it's a different game. So we're just talking about Milton Teahjay, because Milton Teahjay is a big man, so he does not belong beyond bar, okay, or beyond bars. So that's a different case. So hopefully the authority will make sure that those officers are not only disrobed or they are not fired, they should also face the full weight of the law, okay? If Joseph Boakai administration is actually for rule of law, the law should rule, and not man, then those people got to face justice. You can't just fire you and then you go free. Now to the video from Sinoe County. I don't know what kind of country we have. We say we graduated from the state of nature and we are again under the rule of law, but certain citizens will tie another citizen on a motorbike, on a machine, strip the person naked, nude, and they lash the person, beat the living crap out of the person. And what's the crime the person committed? They said the man stole goat. For a goat, that why they doing that? Goat. But millions of dollars, like Justin pointed out, are being looted by the political leaders. But they can't grab them and put them on a motorbike and drag them. No, they can't do that. They celebrate them. We just saw our brother came here and confidently defended Milton Teahjay, who was declared guilty. He did not steal gold. Millions of dollars. These people are trying to count development money. That what the man stole. And he has been defended. And look at that innocent man. The first question we should ask, why is the man stealing gold? Why? Why is he stealing gold? It's because the man is hungry. He has to survive. I'm not justifying stealing. But if you're in your country where your lawmakers will take $51 million and put it in the budget, and then they send $200,000 to the county, how do you expect the people to survive? Why? How do you expect them to survive? The people, so if you have your citizens and you don't provide opportunities for them to survive, they go into stealing, they go into robbery, they do all these different things. The politicians are also robbing the people, but no accountability. Nobody holds them accountable. The president got $15 million in the budget to protect him. They put another $9 million in the budget just for the president. But the citizens are suffering in the country. All right? And they're beating. So again, if the government is rule of law, all those guys, they must be arrested. They must be incarcerated. They must be taken to the court of law for taking the law into their hands, okay? For being the judge and the police and everything and beating the man and dragging the man with a machine.
What?
Dragging him with a machine.
That's so disturbing.
It is disturbing. It is disturbing. For a goat. A goat.
Do you want to read some of the comments our viewers?
Yeah, oh my man, damn it!
But the nerve to just like tie him like with so much confidence and just like tying him and took the rope and he's beating the man like And you,
Shelley, the boss.
This.
The boss that did a lot of time of a few years back. So
that's what I'm saying. So you are right. Even our brothers that are here, and most of them have mental health problems, and they won't admit it, right? They do have mental health problems. The fact that somebody will just say a little thing to you, you just get so angry. Most of them have mental health problems. And most of us went through the Civil War. We have seen people being killed in front of us. And when you talk about mental health, people take it like, oh, you want to say I'm crazy? No, you're not crazy.
You are traumatized.
You went through a 13 years plus Civil War. You are seeing people being killed in front of you. That is traumatizing. So when people live their life like that, they start doing things like based on like, oh, okay, we've seen it before. It's nothing. Let's beat this. And you could tell from the people that are cheering, the other people are like, I don't know who doing the video. Like, go ahead. Yeah, drinking, foolish boy. Yeah, take your clothes off. Like, what's that?
And there was another video that was, I think, a month or two back. That one, they say he stole another motorbike. That one, they lie him down on the floor. And then the guy was using the motorbike, driving on him. Go back and forth. While the other man got it playing in the head, beating your head. He died on the spot.
For motorbike.
Yeah, right in the motorbike.
So like Justin, like you and Shelly point out, like it's a cogent point you made, right? Like, I mean, you have children, and now they are adults, right? Yeah. And from the youthful stage, all they saw was torturing people, you know, and doing all these bad things. And like Shelly said, no treatment for them, no rehabilitation, nothing, no program for them. And you absorb the people in the so-called normal society now. So all they know is what we just saw on the screen. I can't play that video again.
No, I cannot. And I'm like, I'm so glad I couldn't even see the first video. To just hold a female in the man slapping the woman in her face. Like, what's wrong with you? What kind of training did you get?
No.
That could be your sister. That could be your mom. That could be your auntie that you slap it in the face. And it's okay. And then another female pulling her. What happened to the female car? Like, no, you can't treat another female like that. Watch yourself. That's crazy.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. That's the country we have. If you guys have something else, unless
can you go through some of the comments? Like, people have comments here.
Okay, all right.
People are accusing us that we are in the U.S. and blah.
One person. Let's see here. Maybe we'll go across the board and read. So I'll read the first comment, and then Shelley, and then Justin, just to get everybody involved. Claudia said yes. The one that you are talking about regarding a guy stealing a bike happened in Rehab, Monterey County. Okay, so the message you confirming that in Rehab. Okay, and Shelley, the next person, what the person say?
A government is what the state sets up to satisfy the needs of the people.
That's so true. Because you set up the government to cater to the people, right? But in Labrador, no, we don't seek the needs of the people.
That person make the comment because Sherman said that, I think he have a comment over there that everything shouldn't be on the government. Which I understand, everything shouldn't be on the government, but the government is to make sure that rules, laws are put in place, enforce that law, and make sure that people won't do the things that they're doing. But like both of you said, if we have other people who have that privilege where they can do stuff and they know that, oh, okay, nothing's going to come out of it. I'm just going to just walk out of this like nothing happened. Then people are not afraid to do anything. So you have to hold people accountable. And it is a government job to hold people accountable, to have rules in place, and those rules need to be enforced, and people need to be held accountable. So we don't have that.
I agree. I mean, why you think, Shelley, the three of us, we are here? When a policeman is driving behind you, you are very careful.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
The whole traffic can slow down.
So everything can be still. Everybody know they respect themselves.
You know the consequences of that.
That's why, so even add on to that, talking about the policemen, that's why people here make sure as soon as you get the get to a place where you need to register your car, you need to make sure that your documents are right. You're not driving that street knowing that you don't have driver license or your driver license is expired. You make sure that you are doing the right thing. It's integrity, regardless whether the police people are watching you or not. You know, when they pull you over and you're not at the right place, you're not doing the right thing, they will hold you accountable.
Yeah, always watching. The police out here always watching.
So let's go to the next comment here a little longer. So I will put all backstage and then put a comment up here. So Justin, you can read that? Can you see it?
Yeah, let me try my reading skill. Well, I still have some more left. Y'all have to be very careful. Even in the great United States, people still take matters in their hands. We as citizens should report these incidents to the authorities for investigation and possible consequences. We should just say because of this incident means the government is not functioning. Why everything that happened, we blame the government.
Okay. All right. So now yes, my reaction to that, right? Mm-hmm. The question is, who is in charge of the country? The government is in charge. Right. They blame the government, right? So everything that happens in the country, if you say the country has no leader, no government, then the question will be germane, right? It will be applicable here. But if we have leaders in power that running the affairs of the country, then definitely they will be the first people that will be called them, because the people elect them for some sort of structure to be put in place, right? And that's why when you read political philosophy and you read people like Thomas Hobbes, for example, Thomas Hobbes will say, you know what? In the state of nature, you call it war against all against all, right? In the state of nature, because nature doesn't care. So everybody, the strong person will survive. So he said, how do we protect Shirley, who is not physically strong like Madison and Perkins? Okay, let's put a government in place. Let's put this big guy in place that will be checking everybody. So when we trample on Shirley's right, the big guy will come in and put Justin and Doc in the right place, right? So that's why government is in place. So when you say, I don't know why we put everything on government, because government is in charge. That won't put everything on the government.
And to that comment, he says, even in the United States, people take laws in their own hands. That's true. But here's the difference. When you do take the law in your own hands, once you get caught, like we just stated, you will bear the full extent to the law. Now, one of the thing technology has done for Liberia is citizen journalism. So at first we say, okay, these things are happening in the backyard. We don't know who will tell us. Nobody there. Police not there. But now they accept beating the men. They take on their own cell phone and recording it. So how did you get that video? Through the recording. So if a government official or a law enforcement officer get hold of that video, you can actually pursue that case, find the locations or to where the people are, and go arrest them. What we are saying, we're not saying people will not commit crime. We are saying when they commit crime and report themselves while committing crime, like what they did on the video, then you go find them. And when you start doing that, you will start making that correction one step at a time. They will start to be deterred from doing crime. Maybe when they're doing a crime now, they will not video themselves. But at least they video themselves, let use their own video and go arrest them. So we're not saying government, that the government got to do everything. I don't care what government do. People will still commit crime. But when people commit crime and they get caught, let them face the full weight of the law.
He said something in that as well, which he kind of gave himself out, because he's talking about everything do we have to blame the government. He made a statement that says that the citizen or people need to report these things. Right, like we said earlier, there is no 911 for somebody to call and be like, hey, that is an emergency here. I'm a citizen, I'm washing out. Right now, there's something disturbing happening next door to me. I'm calling 911 to make sure my neighbor is safe, to make sure that there is nothing terrible happening to them. I will call. I will be a citizen to try to help them. But nobody can do that in Liberia. So the people then taking law into their hand, other people just watch and make fun of it. So now it goes right back to the government. They need to make sure they have this thing in place, what a citizen can use is to be able to protect themselves. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So so let's go through the comments quick here. Yeah. So Justin, I will put you on mute for a little bit.
Yeah, put me on mute.
Yeah. So Shelley, we are being accused here. The person said, "You guys in America embarrassing us that here in Sinoe County or Sinoe, Liberia. What are we doing that embarrassing the people? Please, let Justin. What are we doing that embarrassing the people in Sinoe?
Because we see the video, but the one guy said the video did not occur in Sinoe County. So maybe we're putting it on Sinoe knee that the embarrassment we're doing. But why the people told us when we got the video, is it a video from Sinoe? Which part of Liberia that video come from? Whether Sinoe or Dando or Panto, if from Liberia, is bad.
But
so
you see, I don't think Mountain Collie has any business to pull Sinoe because from his page I took that video from. I don't think Mountain has any motive to joke, say, oh, the video is not from Sinoe, and you say it's from Sinoe, right? He wouldn't say that, you know. So I don't know what the brother is called, Lawrence, is talking about.
Is that embarrassing them?
This kind of jungle justice has to be addressed by the government. I agree with Stanley there. Regardless of her alleged crimes, she shouldn't have been treated like that. This is just wrong. It is wrong. Let the court decide if you have a problem. Like, I mean, again, I think I don't know, maybe it changed on Joseph Boakai. I'm not too sure, but I think on a Judge Weah, if you're doing Ellen time, at one point I called my children. Something happened. I said, you call the police. They say when you call the police, you have to rent motorbike for the police. All that. You rent motorbike for police officer? I'm like, what? Why you have to rent motorbike? Oh, Daddy, I don't understand how you're looking at. Yeah, when you call them, you gotta rent motorbike for them and all that. I'm like, you know what? I don't know what kind of country is that.
Read the last comment. Read the last comment from Honorable Lauren.
Okay, I'll read it. This is unacceptable and should be investigated. Can you provide the source of this video? Yeah, the video is from Sinoe. We are especially the last one from Sinoe. That's what was reported by Martin Colley, the activist who published the video, at least where I took it from. So what the guy say? If you guys let's visit in America, we the citizens of Sinoe County need opportunities and spokesperson. Period. What is he talking about?
No, that other English part I can't understand it.
Well, I don't know. I think he interpret it, you know.
That is saying I said
we can assume what you're saying. So yeah, we are not that here.
So he's still following you, interpreting for us.
That is saying I said we're embarrassing in Sinoe County.
Yes.
Yeah. So Stanley said, I am not trying to excuse the government from her responsibility, but we as citizens should continue to speak out like what your platform is doing, and appreciate that. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Stanley. Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's go to the other comments here. Maybe I'll call one person to read it as well. We'll go in the line we're reading earlier. Let's see. I think we read this one, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We read that one.
Be careful.
Let's see. Let me go back up. We read that. Let me see all the way. There's a bunch of comments here today. Let's see. Start from here. Nothing major to read. Following from Greenfield City. Okay. I'm watching from my lower Gibby County residents. Okay, thanks for watching. Let's see. I don't want to skip your comment here. Why such a huge number? No wonder why it was rejected. Okay. The person reacting to watching from my research room, Sinoe County. Where from that huge number? Okay. And then we have here, Shelly, you want to read that long one?
Your person just said they're following up.
No, read the next one on the screen.
From Jerome where? Or where?
Where?
Yeah.
Shelly, you not seen the comment?
He is following from Wiltshire, the same Massachusetts, whatever. And yeah, I can see it. What we need to establish on the rejection of the chiefs listing of Sinoe County is that was there an original listing before additional listing was added. So the person asking the question, was there an original list before this list was added? If so, what was the previous listing that was included before his
predecessors? Yeah.
Okay. Then we need to identify these salutary districts that were in the existing before the additional ones.
Okay. Yeah, and at the good observation. Yeah. The message in front of Wisdom, Massachusetts. Okay, we need to establish the rejection of the chief's listing of Sinoe County is what was there an original listing before.
So yeah, so I think like what we were saying, like, do they had a list first?
Yeah, I think I popped a similar question to that, but what was the number of people before, right? So I think something to that effect.
Yeah, how many people were on that payroll before the long list was sent? Yeah.
So I will.
The person is watching from my research room. Oh, Sinoe County, where from that from that huge number, or where is that huge number from? I guess that's what the person trying to say.
Justin, you were saying something?
Yeah, no, I was saying I would think that because if every government, like what the guy that was on the Milton Teahjay a poster board was saying earlier, so that list, it has probably been the list that the previous government have been using to pay the chiefs. But I think now they need a new analysis as to what has happened over the last 7 to 8 years, knowing that they are implementing and they are fully implementing the new act of the local government that was established 2018. So putting it into full effect, that's why they are revisiting all of the things and the chiefs and the clan that they were following previously to make sure that they are still in line, or there are some additions or subtractions. So maybe, yeah, the numbers were still the same and now they're trying to reduce it. You know, somebody won't post money in their pocket. You know.
So, Charlotte, though, before I forget, though, I've been thinking about this. I mean, I don't like the fact that, I mean, we'll have a bunch of bearded people on the platform. If you have a female or females that are interested in stuff like this, don't hesitate to kind of recommend them so they can, to kind of join us. You know, I want more. I want you alone to be. It will come a time where we will all sandwich you. And
I don't care. You can do whatever you want to do. I don't care. But it would be good to have another female on here in our chat room. We do have a female, I think 1 or 2. So yeah, but let me just make it clear. I am not intimidated by any of you. Period.
And Shelly, the crossfire that start when the crossfire start, you really need somebody.
Yeah, I will still come here and I will show up. And I will represent every female. Okay,
Shelly, you should not be intimidated by anybody, whether a male or a female.
That's what I'm saying. Not at all.
Right? Because
let's get back to the comments, please. Let's see this one a little longer. So yeah, Justin, take a stab at that one.
Yeah, I'll speak good English. So when you say he put people on there that does not exist, whom actually are you referring to? Because your assumption or perception is wrong about the superintendent, because the listing that was submitted to him were done by various chiefs or other local counties officials. Him being new at this job, he's now trying to write it. So to assume that he's trying to place folks on payroll for his personal gain is completely disingenuous.
The man talking people.
The man read it.
Yeah, but you know who that is, right?
Yeah, that guy that was on earlier.
Yeah, that's him. So he was actually referring to me, and then he came here. That's a main reason why he came on. But you know, it was a good conversation. Now he understands that nobody here trying to pass judgment on
Well, we are from the Code of Public Opinions. The actual lawful code actually grant him guilty already. So
Oh yeah.
what we're saying is what the code has already did.
Yeah, but I don't think he was talking about that. He was referring to the conversation that we were having about the list being rejected, right? So he was just saying that don't just assume, and I wasn't even saying the man had people on there for his personal gain. That wasn't my statement. But he came here, then we talk about it, and we good.
Right.
I'm sure he got his answer.
The exact topic we're on, Shirley, before the guy called in, the exact topic we're on. Doc, how do we call that room again?
The speculation room.
The speculation room. During the time of the speculation room, that's when he came in.
Yes.
So he forgot to know that the meaning of we are speculating on the particular subject matter at the time. We're not telling you what we're saying here is factual. We are speculating, meaning that
but
we
he
are
got
guessing.
it. He won't know, right? So he came on here and were able to educate him, and he got it. I mean,
but it was written on our subject line. I mean, from the speculation room, right? It was right there. So, but anyway, let's complete the comments. Let's complete the comments. I'll be teaching today. I will give you a long.
Nobody really know long comment. Like your turn.
Yeah, Shelly, that old that next one for me.
But this one, he's still talking to me. Why do I have to read it?
The only way I so superintendent Slavion might do something like that is to create opportunities for those old chiefs and elders. And then he also said Nima and Sinoe County or Sinoe might not be equal in geographical size and population, but Sinoe local government is actually bigger than Nima. Grand Crew County, you meant to say county, is the smallest county in Liberia in terms of size and population, but has a bigger local government officials than any bigger counties. Okay, he made that point when he came here.
Yeah.
But that's not fact. That was a speculation too as well.
Ryan, give me your opinion.
Yeah, he said when they're creating jobs for your county citizens became a crime. Senator Milton Teahjay was the chief architect of massive citizen employment in Sinoe. So if that is a crime, then I am proud of JMI, whatever.
You call it J-Mill, they can for sure. J-Mill
jobs for Sinoe.
Yeah. So,
but he came here and he said all of that,
Right. All right. So I just want to, reading the comment. Unfortunately, we aren't going and we aren't going by our talking points, structuring of our.
Now your son, where is he coming from?
Who's that? Jerry?
Yeah.
Who is Jerry Sibo? I don't know him.
I thought it was the IT guy.
No, that's not him. So, my man Jerry. So our man Jerry said, I can say that the lace was deliberately inflicted as another form or result of corruption. There was no mistake or incompetence involved. Whoever submitted the list. Okay, so it's a long, so it can show the whole thing. Yeah, he wrote something longer than that. Let's see. Cool to see. I'm watching. Okay, listening. Okay, thanks for following. Yeah, I don't like to cover us so that I can put us backstage. Noah fight to remove Councilor Talley because he afraid of 2029, but surprisingly, Honorable Teahjay is the new port manager, now, and Honorable Kolo is the new operation manager, big bomb share for Honorable Ale Sonibor Noah come 2029. All right. So I think these are the comments. A lot of comments here. Let's see. Some still coming in here. Let's see another essay back here. Let me see the person who knows essay. I'll put you and Justin in trouble here. Shirley, that I own it. Justin will be read the last one.
So he said your name. The video is not from Sinoe. The video shows that the event was staged.
Staged, yeah.
Yeah. In reverse and not Sinoe.
In River G.
In River G. What about that? River G, and not Sinoe. In fact, the incident happened around 2021 and 2022. When I reached out to Mountain last night, he told me that he was going to do a follow-up. He and I chatted last night when I saw the video on his Facebook page. So I think he's talking about the video that says
with the guy been beating, right?
Sinoe County, yeah. So he's trying to defend that. Remember now, that's the youth leader of Sinoe County. So he,
he's trying to defend the prestige of his county, which is
so which is good.
What Sherman is the what youth chair who? What is his job?
I mean, I think he holds like a big position when it comes to the youth. So he naturally asked to come on next week to talk about the things that the youth are doing and their upcoming activities and all of that. So
yeah, man, I think let's see, we'll see the lineup because I think I had this Susu or Sinoe County University student or something too. They sent a request. So let's see, because I think the last time he said he has a class on Thursday, you know, so and that's when the show comes on. So I don't know. We'll see whether he's available. He said he wants to bring a cabinet so they can discuss what have you. Yeah. So I think that the last comment we want to read, and then we got to call it a day. Just in that time, are you reading that long? I'm really long.
I can go ahead too. I can read it.
And Shelley, this is false. I personally confronted Mountain regarding the video circulating online, and he said to me that he is going to do further investigation. At no point in time this event has ever occurred in our county, Sinoe. Okay, they were defending Sinoe to the
but okay, assume it did not happen in Sinoe, right? It happened in Liberia. That's the bottom line.
It doesn't matter.
Right?
It doesn't matter where.
It's still cruel. I mean, anywhere around the world to treat human being like that, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So I think from his point of view, they have some sort of rule of law.
That's the boss title right there. He is the current vice president
for FLA. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's okay. He's the VP for FLA. That's a big organization. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. FLA. Yeah. Yeah, the man will bring the man to the bank and fly on us. Yeah.
Fly.
all right, Justin and Shelley. I mean, somebody was pointing out or say, "Oh, we're not going by, you know, the way we listed the team on the platform on the our talking points, right? We have the master sheet, so we don't normally we just give you what we'll be talking about, an idea. We don't go back chronologically the way they are listed. Sorry, unfortunately, but we got a master sheet. It's like you the MC, they will give you additional information. Everybody will not have the information, right? So we can tweak it anytime. But like to do our closing thought. There are other things that left. You know, we don't want to make this show too long. Right. You know, I think we're exhausted our time. And Shelley probably Jet is waiting somewhere for her.
Yeah, you know, don't let people leave me. I have
so, ladies and gentlemen, Shelley, do your closing and followed by Perkins, and then I'll wrap it up and we'll be out of here.
Well, it was a really great show. Love the fact that people are being engaged. We want you guys to not just comment, please do share the platform. We want to make sure that we are here for Sinoe County, for Liberia as a whole. So if you come on, just do a favor, share our platform, try to follow our YouTube channel. And this is where the happening happened, right? We are here to advocate for our people and make sure that we are speaking out the truth and bringing awareness to things that are happening in Liberia as a whole, but mostly in Sinoe County. Because one way or the other, we have some kind of connection from Sinoe County. I love to tell people I'm 100% Sapo. So being the only female here currently, looking forward to have more female because we have a lot of intelligent women from Sinoe County. So I'm looking forward to have you, my sister, come and join me on here. Other than that, I am not intimidated by any of these guys on here that will continue to show up every Thursday to make sure that we are speaking true to the things that are happening in Liberia. Yep.
All right, Shelley, thank you. Perkins, the floor is yours. Closing talk.
Yes, so it was a good show. We discussed a lot of interesting topics. Like Shelley said, we are here for Liberia. We are here for Sinoe County. So we as panelists, we are not perfect ourselves. Some of the issues we give our opinion about them. Some of the issues we follow the facts. So if you are listening and you think that there's information out there that is not correct, and you have the rightful information, you can always send a comment or maybe call when we ever open the phone line for people to call in. But it's nice that you guys are following and are engaged with the activities happening in our country. This is the way that we can make or create awareness of all the good and bad that is happening in the country, so that we all can play our part in changing the country. When it comes to what is happening in Sinoe County, when the Port Director got suspended, the fact that she got suspended and without investigation, she was told immediately off the back that she's getting suspended for 3 months. It seems like something was already done in the back before the suspension was even handed over to her. Now we are hearing that the former senator who stole from the Sinoe County people, Milton Teahjay, that's not me saying it. That's the Supreme Court of Liberia found him guilty from the LLPPCC law something. So yeah, if he's going back to the port to be the port director, then where are we heading? And that is not a good sign. That is not how development will come to our county. We cannot keep recycling the same politicians, especially the ones that have stolen for our people already. So if this is true, we should get on it. We'll use our voices to talk to the people of Sinoe County to reject him. Or maybe we can get with Joseph Boakai also and let him know this man is not good for the county. Check his record. He have defrauded funds from this county before, and we don't want to go through with him. So that press and button that are necessary for Milton Teahjay to stay out of our political scene, because he's not good for our county. Like I said, the rescue team, they are doing some things good. We will not sit here and be hypocritical and say everything about the rescue is bad. We're seeing some development going on in the country, and we got to acknowledge those things as well. One of my key things is, in order for any country to be developed or any society to be fully developed, you have to establish a rule of law. It's very, very key. It's paramount to the society. People cannot just do stuff and get away with it. Like what we saw, this 2 video, the police officer putting slap in the girl ear. But that video was surfaced to the appropriate authorities, and actions were taken against them. Now, do we need to take further actions for them to be held liable for their actions? Sure. But at least the first and foremost thing, they were disrobed from their responsibility. So now the girl that they abused or assaulted, she can press charges for assault, and the court can take it from there. Now, that other video, whether it was in Sinoe County or it was in River G, regardless of which part of the river or county it happened at, is wrong. These are the kind of things we are talking about. So the same way that video happened and they were able to get hold of these people and fire them, that other video, regardless of where it happened at, let the government or whoever in charge of that county authorities should flag it and let them bring these people to justice as well. Because in the absence of justice, in the absence of rule of law, we will have chaotic country, and that will scare investors away. Even we ourselves from the diaspora, we will not be living this with a safe mind, and that is not good, and that will not, be good for all Liberians. So on that note, it was a good show, and we will be here next Thursday to dive into more.
All right, Justin, Shelley, thank you so much for the great insight. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing here right now. Let's see what am I doing? I'm trying to put, there you go. That's an orientation I wanted. All right, to our wonderful followers and viewers. There are people that just listen to YouTube, so we don't see you. We want to say thank you so much for following us. Like I want to reiterate what Shelley said. Subscribe to our YouTube page. It's Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora. Hit the notification button. Every time we go live, you will be notified. Yes, share the show with your friends. The platform is open. If you want to be our guest, reach out to Perkins, reach out to Patrick, reach out to Shirley, of course, reach out to me. All right. Especially like I've already said, we need some females to help Shirley out because she can be suffocating her. I mean, with our firepower. So she needs some support. So if you're out there, you have what it takes. You know, if you like public stuff like this, more definitely inbox me, inbox any of us, and we'd like to have you on. To the people of Sinoe County, we want to beseech you. We want to hold your 2 feet. We don't want to digress. We don't want to go backwards. We want to go forward. You know, backward is it forward ever? Backward never. Right.
Right.
We want to make progress. Breaking Milton Teahjay is digression. It's not progression. Right. So we want to go forward. I mean, Justin said, "Oh, we want to take him out of the politics." I don't think it's our right. But especially appointed position, that's something we can prevail upon the president. But elected position, we can only make our case to the people when they want to put the man there. Fine, the American people, they didn't listen. They put Donald Trump and see what the man doing right now, right? So we want at least when it comes to appointed position, the president has to listen to us, and then elected position, the people can decide if they want. I mean, they don't want. I think there's a story, right? I think the fish or they had a catfish as the leader, right? And they started complaining. They said, "Oh, catfish too weak." So they went and said they want a new leader. They went to the king and said, "You know what? The leader he gave us too weak. One new leader." So the king went and get an alligator. So alligator hungry, so money will grab one and eat it. You know, the simple stuff crying. I said, "No, you say you want a new leader, so take alligator." All right. So that we don't want Milton Teahjay. We don't want an alligator called Milton Teahjay. Our resources got to be properly allocated because what the guys are trying to do, he wants to run against Teahjay, right? So he wants, because he does not have money right now to run, right? So they're trying to put him at the port, just the way Sonny Boy Noah did, right? They put him, he was broke. They put him at the port and he looted the place. You know, he did not renovate one building. So if you put Milton Teahjay there too at the port, you want to use the port as a cash cow, right, to milk the place, and that's what they want to do. But we want to prevail. And when it's the speculation we are talking about right now. Hopefully, it's not true. Even though our man Kashan say he wants the information to be true. So, but we, the majority, we are saying no. We don't want Milton Teahjay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much for following us today. Excuse me. Shirley and Patrick, I'm sorry, Perkins, we'll see you next Thursday again, and let meet in the chat room. Shirley, I will add Perkins to the chat room. I will also tell Patrick so he can be abreast with what is obtaining in the chat room. His second day is impressive. The first
day, we welcome him. He passed the test.
Yeah.
The first day was little discombobulated.
Yeah, the second day we saw him, he was focused, he said that, you know, he got it.
Yeah, he got the essay, Shirley. I sent an essay to him.
Oh my God. I was scared for him. I didn't want him to not show up, you know, because when you're ready to write, we are glad you are here, brother.
I just got to just do some manual adjustment, but the men know from the state house, these are the kind of surrounding we are used to.
Right, right. All right, man. So, guys, this is how we bring the credit down for today. I want to say thank you to our viewers. Thank you so much for following Voice of Sinoe, and we see you next Thursday. Well, we're departing music here. The way we started, I will close. Oh well, that's fine.